Can you love me? Oh, can you see me? Oh. Yeah, I know it's late, y'all, but it's whatever. Like y'all doing nothing today. Sitting at home not doing jack. Watch me or whatnot. Yeah, you know how it goes. Oh, I gotta go to the store too. I forgot. What time is it? Okay, I got time. I got time. Wah, 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 wah. I was getting scared. That's I ain't got nothing to drink. Yeah, here we go to the store. Get something to drink. Whatnot. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Ugh. Bum, 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 dun, baka, baka, bum, dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 doo, 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 dun, wah, da, wah. Dun, bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, late night. Yeah. Did I say I was calling the night? I mean, I was calling the night over there. I didn't say I was calling the night. The after party starts here today. So, dudes, today, well, technically tonight, almost a whole nother day. We are a little late. I was trying to I was trying to get off of there earlier, but the music was hitting. The music was fitting. The music was hitting. The music had me crying, and I ain't lying. It's too good, too delicious. Also, yeah, this is the after party. This is when all the Negroes go to sleep. You know, it takes a minute for Negroes to go to sleep. This is the private selection party. The private select. Oh, that was cool, man. I had fun. Hold on. So definitely looking forward to doing more of those, which is crazy because I was like, should I do 2 days in a row of like five music? And I was like, yeah, because I was gonna do like a Detroit stream today. I was like, nah, man, I kind of want to stick in like the soul genre right now. You feel me? I don't know what it is. Like I said, I didn't even think I still had it in me, man. I done made so much music. And I was like, I don't even feel like I'm even in the soul mood. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm about to get some more sounds and invest in a whole lot more. You know what I mean? So, so you already got buyers now. Everybody interested in them now. So if you want what you hear, you better come get it for somebody else get it. I'm telling you, what it be going fast. So. You better come get it. I'm on my Sanford and Son. Mm. Yeah, it was fun, man. I enjoyed it. So much fun doing it over there. That dude that kept coming in, popping in, commenting. That's my manager, the one back in Louisville. That's the one I said I be working with all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like he cool people, man. He good people. So I be working with him. So that's why I said he been me and him been producing with each other since like that's Joe's wife's cousin. So that's they peoples. So that's how I met him. You know what I'm saying? I met him playing downtown. Um at the same place I would always play at the waterfront. And so I was down there with them one day, and so we happened to run into him. And Joe McHale introduced me to him. He does a lot of he's big time, man. He knows a lot of music, man. I mean, this man know everybody, man. This man know Snoop Dogg. He know um like 3 6 Mafia, man. He pretty much everybody, almost everybody in the industry, this man knows. You know what I'm saying? So he legit, man. That's my man's over there. You feel me? So yeah, man, he got me linked in with him. So he got me linked in with a couple of other artists and whatever. So I've been networking with him for a little bit, you know what I mean? He kept telling me, he said, "Bro, when you go live, man," he kept saying, like, "Tag me, I'll put it on Facebook." He said, "So I can promote it," because he's a promoter too. So he was like, "I promote it, man, and artists come in." He already said, like, on the stream, he says, "One of my artists came in and listened, he said he want one of them beats yet." You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling myself to promote, man. I be forgetting, or I just don't feel like it. But eventually I'm gonna have somebody do it for me because I like the social media, but I don't like the social media aspect of just doing all that. Social media get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, itchy. Yeah, but it's cool. Yeah, but I couldn't respond to it or interact with it because I was posting it on Facebook. I was posting my well, I was doing a live stream. I was posting the live stream promo on Facebook. But I saw your pictures, your graduation pictures. You look nice. You look good. Okay. I said she done went all out. She done went spazzy. She done got all dolled up. I was like, yep. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity when you graduate. You gotta make sure you looking fly. I said she got the hair done, nails done, everything did. Her hair done, nails done, everything did. You fancy. Yeah, I ain't have time to react to it because, like I said, when I react to posts, I want to be able to react to it. Like I want to be able to like comment. You know what I'm saying? Because mama post stuff too. I never get to interact with. Like when I'm posting my promos or stuff, I'm like I interact with that later. You know what I'm saying? Like I always like people's stuff later after the fact because I'm like I'm gonna get back on it. But smell like chicken. Some smell good. I'm hungry. Maybe I'm just hungry. That's what it is. I'm hungry. Ooh, Target closes in what, an hour? So we got time. You gotta make sure you look good for the graduation. Shoot. So I said I be trying to look good for the live streams. But I said it on this channel, I don't care. This channel raggedy. So I said a bunch of raggedy fiends come over here. I don't care about that. But on the other ones, we got top notch quality people. So I enjoy doing this. That's why I said this music boy finna be fire. Mm. So that's why I said I want to get back to doing this all day, even being on the go. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do this on the go. You know what I mean? So, uh, so now that I know how to stream my music productions, I can stream that from my laptop too. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that way, like I said, that's why I bought the Beats Pill speaker because I was like, well, maybe I can stream it. I can use it for outside use when people want to hear me put it together. But I was doing it for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, no, I can just how I got my other streams hooked up to the computer, like it's internally playing from the computer. I can do the same thing with my Beat stream. You know what I mean? Or on the laptop. So that's why I said like now the program's getting easy. That's how I am, man. Like when I learn something, I think God gave me something where I have like fast knowledge. Cause it's like you don't know what you're doing until you play around with it. And then like I said, that's why Daddy would always get me on stuff, man. He always wanted me to try programs when I was younger. Cause he was like, you'll be a fast learner. Cause he was like, you learn pretty fast, you know what I'm saying? I really do, man. You know what I'm saying? I was editing videos and stuff like since like 2008, 2009, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm doing it now, like the programs are not really that much more advanced. Like some of the stuff, like you don't know what it is, but you play with it, man, and you get the hang of it. Like the program I'm operating now to make my beats, the FL Studio, I didn't know none of that, man. When I first got it about 10, 11 years ago, I ain't know none of this. I was like, bro, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking, I mean, you still don't know all of it, but now you look and it's a lot easier than what it is, you know what I'm saying? And so now what I realize is that I also not only do I get to stream and show y'all and the sound quality is better, but I said this is also tutorials. I can start making tutorials for people who are looking how to make trap soul beats or who's looking how to tweak a mix or master, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, now that's easier for me to set it up to where people can come in. I can do tutorial videos and I can show people how it's made. Cause again, I don't gatekeep, you know what I'm saying? My problem, like growing up, trying to find a lot of that stuff was people gatekept stuff. So they never really told you how they did it, how they got it to that point. But I want to show people, man, so that way, like I said, I have fun while doing it, and you know what I'm saying, you make a living off it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but I think that's what it was. I really think God was doing it, man. I think God messed up the YouTube encoding, like on the regular YouTube, because all my channels kept doing. I kept saying I was gonna upgrade and update everything, And then when it was time to update and upgrade everything, I never did it. And so it kept messing like all my channels sound like they on the water now, like something wrong with the YouTube app. Even if I download it again and delete it and refresh it and update it, it's still doing that. It's crap. So I was like, maybe that was God saying, like, dude, upgrade. Like, come on, man, upgrade. So that made me, what did that do? It made me upgrade. So, the stuff is free. I'm like, I got the app, it's free. And so, like I said, now it sound better. And it looks better because at first I was just trying to do better sound quality. Then I seen I can edit it and do some little, I was like, okay, because I thought that was just for gamers. I said, no, you can use that for like your creativity too. It's not just gaming. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly used for that, but I said, but it don't matter. You can use it for whatever. Um, and the best thing I like about this is that I can stream from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Well, I don't know about Instagram, but I can stream from like 4 or 5 different platforms, yo. So I gotta upgrade to the membership to be able to do that. Which it ain't nothing like $15. But my problem is I'm cheap. I don't like paying money for stuff. But I'm like, maybe I'll update sometime soon. Cause my TikTok is also going off too as well. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to update my TikTok and whatnot. Um, because I'm like, my TikTok is my both my TikToks are getting a massive following. You feel me? Like I be getting on TikTok daily, just posting stuff and checking my updates, man. I get back on, man. I got like DMs and I got 28 likes within a couple of hours. I'm like, dang, bro, like I just posted this. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And so, especially piano stuff goes off faster than anything else. The piano thing goes off the most. You know what I'm saying? I would say, I would say the only thing that goes off faster than the piano stuff would probably be the YouTube affirmation, like the little HTV affirmation. Those be going off crazy. I don't know why people are watching those, but they just do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can't wait to get my setup a lot better, you know what I'm saying? So I can stream from multiple platforms at once. I can see all your chats on the screen. Then I can start putting your chats on the screen where y'all can see them, you know what I'm saying? If you ever seen like a Twitch stream or you seen like gaming streamers and stuff, and they have like the chats pop up on the screen while they talking, I can do that. I just don't set it up that way. You know what I mean? Uh, so yeah, my goal is to stream from like 3 different platforms all at once. You know what I'm saying? And then I can take that stream and make little snippets and then post multiple snippets, man, of like what I'm doing, you know? Because again, it makes for good short form content on top of it, you know what I'm saying? So it never runs out, never runs dry, you know? Yeah. I like my TikTok better for real because I'm like, I mean, it's the same as the YouTube shorts, but I just like to set up a tick because all I do really is I post on TikTok and then I post on there first and then I post on everything like second or third or fourth, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, you just post the same content. Um, but I kind of like TikTok Live too. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. TikTok Live is cool. But I feel like it's different, you know what I'm saying? And the better audience is over there on TikTok. YouTube, I don't know what they be doing. I don't know what they on. We'll see though. You know what's crazy? I don't even know why I even came in here. Y'all don't know why I even came to Target, y'all. I do that every time. I come to Target and don't even know what I want. Oh shoot, what am I coming here for? Well, no, I came in here for something to drink and I guess snacks. 'Cause that's what we always come here for. So let's see. Yeah, there's way more people on TikTok. So, but yeah, man, that's why I want to. I notice when I do music over here, like this channel is heavily saturated with the algorithm. So of course, it pushes out my content a lot more because this channel's bigger. So this will push this out to people all over the world faster than my other ones will. So that's why when I do music streams over here, I'll be getting like 1,000, 3 point something thousand, 4,000 views. You know what I'm saying? And although the numbers are good, I don't really care for that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it over here no more. Like I don't want to do nothing on this channel no more. This channel blows. Um, you'll never get other stuff big if you keep, you know, being stuck where you at. You know what I'm saying? Uh, why did I come here? Trying- Let me think. Hold on. I don't need no more sweets. Stay away from the sweets. I'm trying to do a difference, man. Like, well, go ahead, laugh it up, girl. It's funny. Girl over here. Look at me talking about people. I'm no good sometimes, y'all. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, basically, uh, yeah. Just thinking about a lot of change. I don't what are drinks? I stopped drinking this Minute Maid too, man. That stuff getting old. Mm. Yeah, no, I ain't paying all that money for no lettuce. I ain't no, I ain't one of these apes, these little chipmunks. Chipmunks yapping with they small, dusty channels that don't get no views. They'll tell them to get a salad. It ain't hard for them. All they do is munch up their lettuce. Ain't like they eat no ranch dressing. Yeah, shoot. Mm. So yeah, man, this music is like I said, this music is my calling. So I want to mainly be focused on this. I don't want to do nothing else. I don't even want to get on here and talk no more. I don't want to be in front of no cameras or no vlogs. I don't want to do no talking ministry, no nothing. I just want to do music. That's it. I don't want to do nothing else. You feel me? So this channel, I was never supposed to be talking on it. That's the funny part. I was never supposed to be really vocal on my live streams. It was just music. And those what the live streams wasn't even supposed to be a thing anyways. That's why I'm shocked at how 2 years, almost going on 2 years now, which is crazy. Ain't that crazy, y'all? It's going on almost 2 years. It's not even a full 2 years yet. I'm just like, dang, bro. Like it feel like it is, but it feel like it ain't, but it do feel like it is. I'm like, not even a full 2 years, man. Like it's just it's going by quick, you know what I'm saying? But so much good has happened within that time frame, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm excited about it because a lot of good has happened, you know what I'm saying? So new sub. I like the music and the motivational videos blessings. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if I say you better sub. Hey, look, you better sub to my channel. You better sub to my channel. You know what I do to people that don't sub to me? Look, you'll see this on your forehead. Oh, hold on. No, I don't. That's not a fruit. Icing is not a fruit. It's part of the vegetable family. What's up, Denise? I said you better sub or else I'm gonna bleep bleep. Mm. I be trying to act like I'm tough in front of y'all. In the back end, I'm begging y'all. I'm like, please, please, somebody sub, please. Uh, skip. Oh shoot, hold on, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, so yeah, I love my music, man. So you know, I get to really do that all day. I always could really do it all day. I just chose not to. You know what I'm saying? So trying to be better with it. Thanks, appreciate it. But yeah, that's honestly all I want to do for real, man. I just want to do my music. Like I don't talk to Negroes on here too long, man. All weirdos and idiots and all type of stuff. Like I don't want to deal with people. That's why I did like my music stuff at first because I didn't have to deal with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You just respond to a couple of comments when people's just like, because again, the music always gets a positive review. So people are like, oh, I love this. All I need is today. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come talking, it's mixed with a lot of controversy, man, because people are stupid. So they come over already is mad about something. Music is one thing you can't be mad at because ain't nobody said no words. You can't be mad at piano and ambient music. It's just impossible. Like there's no way you can be mad at that. That's why I said I'm like, man, I had the best field, man. I was over trying to talk and trying to be inspirational. Man, I ain't being inspirational no more. I don't want to talk to y'all. I'm like, I just want to do music. I done talked, I done rolled Negroes out, I done talked about them and their mamas like, well, I'm just tired of it now. That's why I said the jokes get old, you know what I'm saying? The roast gets old, the sensitivity and the weird Negroes get old, you know what I'm saying? That was always old from the start. I just want to do the music again, man. That's why I said what I'm about to start doing. Y'all think I'm good at piano now? No, I'm not. I'm about to really get back on my piano. Man, I saw this girl on Instagram on my piano Instagram. Man, that's why I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all be hyping me up. I'm not that good compared to this girl is like she's Turkish. I think she's like 20 years old. Man, this girl was playing something, and her fingers was moving so fast like spiders, dog. I was like, "How are you doing this?" And she was she plays like it's like fast jazz stuff, and she's so good at it. I was like, "Dang, man, she put me to shame." I'm over here playing my little 1, 2, 3, 4 chords. I'm like, I said, nah. I said, now I got to go back on practicing and being better. So now I'm about to practice to where I'm on that level. Cause I'm like, if you can't move your fingers like hers, y'all think I move my fingers fast? Nah. This girl was doing that like nothing. She wasn't even blinking. And she was doing it so casually. I was just like, bro, it made me mad too. Cause I'm like, bro, she looked good while doing it. I was like, dang. I said, dang, bro, she put me to shame. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was kind of low key envious. I was like, how you gonna get on here and show off on me? How you gonna get on here and think that you better than me? I was like, dang, man, she made me feel bad. I was like, see, I gotta get back on my talent, get back on my gift. Everybody's like, well, no, your plan is your plan. That's what make it special. No, 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 it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Ugh. I do gotta practice more stuff, man, because I gotta get more notes for my I was about to say my vocabulary. For my well, I guess my music vocabulary. Because I want to come out with new songs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of good songs already, but I want to come out with new ones, you know what I mean? I want to upgrade a lot of my equipment. You know what I'm saying? I want to uh uh I want to kind of put myself on a schedule, man, when I want to do stuff. I know Tuesdays is more like my piano stuff. Mm. Part the sound is people that can do much better, but it's a sound you have that makes it good. I guess I don't know. That's what Joe was telling me the other day. He had called me. He said, "Man," he said, "Steve, I ain't gonna lie, man." He was like, "I don't really hear." He said, "I hear a lot of piano players." He said, "But I can't really find nobody that got your type of sound." He said, "There's only one other dude that I heard that's kind of like us." He said, "Dude, I ain't heard nobody that really does your type of sound." I'm like, "It's just a sound, bro. I don't know what I be doing. Like, I don't know none of this." He said, "People be coming and asking him like when he gonna drop more music." He's like, "Bro, this is." He said, "My brother made this." He said, "My brother wasn't playing piano. They be thinking it's him." I was editing something today at the little cafe spot, and I was playing piano. The last stream I did earlier today, so I was editing like a little small snippet I was posting on TikTok and YouTube and whatever. And so one of the girls, she was like, "Somebody here playing piano." We was eating breakfast. She was like, "Somebody here playing piano." I was like, "No." I said, "No, this is my phone." She said, "I knew it was your plan." I said, "How you know it's me?" She said, "You just have a sound." She said, "You have a certain sound, like when you play, I just know it's you." I said, "You know what? That's what everybody keeps saying." I'm like, I keep hearing that lately. Everybody keeps saying it. It's like you know you know it's yours when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's why I said I just that's the Louisville in me, man. We Louisville Negroes, we be like, nah, you ain't for real. You ain't telling the truth. That's how we are for real. We like, nah, it ain't that good. Mm, mm. Yeah, so that's why I say you can hear the sound in the music too. Like when I make my beats and all that other stuff. Which again, I'm called to do all of that. I'm called to make beats and all of that. But I said mainly the thing I'm good at, man, is piano. That's why I said I stick with that. I definitely don't look down on it. It was just crazy because, like I said, not even 2 years ago was I really even focused on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't post on them channels for like a year. You know what I'm saying? My ambient and my piano channel, I didn't post on those for like a daggone year, man. You know what I'm saying? No videos, no shorts, no nothing. That's all I do is now is post like YouTube shorts. I usually not even post shorts on. I think my last short on there before I posted something, I think like last year was all the way back in like 2000, like 2024. You know what I'm saying? Because I never posted none on there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care for those channels. You know what I'm saying? I thought this one was it. I was like, nah, this was big and this was a vlog channel. I was like, man, forget a vlog, man. Forget y'all. I'm like, I'm tired of this channel. Tired of talking, man, and got a whole bunch of spiritually weird Negroes and stuff. I'm like, I didn't have it on my other stuff. They was cool over there. I said, I miss the Asians and the Ethiopians, man, and the Nigerians that came peacefully. I'm like, I always get these old Mississippi niggas, man. I'm like, ugh, she's trying to attract the wrong type. So I said, I want to go back to being the solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Something special. Yep. I mean, we all do. You know what I'm saying? We all got a gift and a calling. You know what I'm saying? Just got to figure out what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my thing is not on here talking to people. It's just doing the music and the production. You know what I mean? And I enjoy doing that. You know what I mean? So that's why I came out on here. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing the music, it came out a lot. I wasn't even trying to. I was just doing it for fun. Then realize I'm like, nah, man, it's a business. This is a golden opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one that I like, one that I actually love. You know what I'm saying? And I said I continue to keep doing it, continue to get even better at it. You know what I'm saying? know what I'm saying? So within a year or so of doing this, man, like I was never this good. You know what I'm saying? I was always pretty good, but I was like never this good. You know what I'm saying? And so with it being way more better in advance now, it is nice. You know what I'm saying? So mm. So that's why I said, man, we came a long way, boy. We really did come a mighty long way with doing all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, going on 2 years, man. I wasn't even thinking about YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like I was posting on it every now and then, but that's my music. I didn't really care for it. I mean, I did, but had some girl in my face distracting me all the time. So I was like, I didn't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? Now this is all I really think about, man. Is just production and creativity, man. I don't even think about women like that no more. I don't really care. You feel me? Like I realize the stuff that I used to care about, I don't really care about no more. Like I don't care about relationships that much. I don't care about women that much. I don't care about, what I'm saying, all stupid stuff, the little dumb gigs I thought about like when I was younger and stuff. Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I want a better life, man, a better future. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't want nobody messing up my wave, man. Nobody coming over here bothering me. Like, leave me alone. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? I link in with people that I know. I make more connections and more people, and I'm finna make a whole lot more. That's why I say y'all should see the chain reaction, man, of what I keep getting here. You feel me? Of what God does, man. Like again, you meet one person, you meet a whole multitude. You feel me? That's why it says like when two or three agree, like it literally means like two or three people know at least 500. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever thought that one girl that I got with, that I would know a whole bunch of people through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, through her being Puerto Rican, guess what? I met some more Puerto Ricans. Like I just keep meeting people. You know what I'm saying? I met good people that's stable in my life, man. I know good people to this day. I'm meeting even more people that they know. They linking me up with people that they know. They know they people that know them people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ow, ouch. Start of your page. Yeah. I mean, weirdos are everywhere. They stupid though. That's why I said they stupid. That's why I say, come on, weirdos, give me your best word. Come on, give me your best word. I'll act like I'm listening this time. Mm, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, that's why life just progressive and it's better. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely is. So I enjoy it. I take my time with it. That's what I said. I told Jones today. Me and Jones talking on the phone. I said, hey man. I said, hey, bro, plan something out for like the next 2, 3 months. I said, homie, we don't even need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. I said, me and Jones been trying to hit the states and hit the countries, man. We've been trying to do this since 2021. We just never did. I told him, I said, bro, we're gonna have to knock something off our list today, man. I said, or this year. I said Puerto Rico, DR, something like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Florida, but I'm like, I'm tired of the United States. Like I want to go somewhere far. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna travel, man, spend this money. Let's go to the right places, man. You know what I mean? So hold on. Mm. So definitely wanna get out more and you know what I'm saying? And now, like I said, I can take my music with me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got so much of it done. These streams, this setup, man, is really what's making it even more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I was just trying to upgrade just to get the sound quality right. And I'm just like, nah, man, I can have the sound quality through the computer. And then I'm just like, and then the production too, you know what I'm saying? That's why I customize my thumbnail. See, over here, I don't customize my thumbnails no more because I don't care. Niggas over here, I don't entertain niggas. But over there is good quality people, so I'll make sure that my production is good, that it's better, you know what I mean? So I customize my thumbnails. I have fun working with AI, you know what I'm saying? I have fun working with Canva. Like, I'm trying to tell you all the stuff I be using, man, is free. Y'all better go get this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I started, man, with well, everything ain't free, but most of the software you use is, you know what I'm saying? The stuff I be using to edit my videos, bro, that's free. My first vlogs was taken on that. All my A Steve videos and piano videos and stuff is edited with that software. I didn't have to pay a penny out of pocket. It's good quality, top notch, bro. These top tier people that make movies make this use that type of stuff. Just if you wanna have extras, you gotta pay for the like, that's where you actually making a movie. I'm not making movies, I'm just making, like, creative content, you know what I'm saying? If you're making, like, vlogs or YouTube videos or just personal projects, but if you want it to be more advanced with better effects and stuff like that, yeah, you do have to pay for that, you know? But that's why I said it's a good investment, it's a great investment, you know? So that's why I be trying to tell you, I said, "Bro, like, go do stuff, man," you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got a phone, if you got storage on your phone and you got a camera on it, I said, "Bro, just take your videos," you feel me? And I just love to have fun and enjoy doing it, you know what I'm saying? That's all my creative content. Everybody's like, bro, that's real nice. That's good, you know what I'm saying? Because people are not used to really, um, you know, I guess everybody's just kind of like they expect a professional to do it. It's like you can be your own professional too. You don't need to always pay somebody to do that. You know what I mean? So I tell people like, man, think, like, go create. You know what I'm saying? While weirdos spending their time being a stupid idiot, I said we over here creating and getting paid to create. We over here doing what we love doing, man. God is finally making a way, man, where we can just do what we love doing. We ain't worry about the player haters, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I do love my thumbnails, man, because like I said, I get to customize and create them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do when I first did this little raggedy channel. I was making all my thumbnails based off of because I was working with AI at the time too. So, um, what I did was I made um what I do? Eh, I mean, I made thumbnails of like what I was wearing. So like let's say I'm wearing this, like all black, you know what I'm saying, like some brown Chelsea boots. You know what I'm saying? I got my braids, got on some jewelry. I would tell the AI prompt, you know, I would always say handsome, athletic black man. That's why I say handsome, athletically good looking, extremely well good looking, handsome black man. Say with long succulent hair. And I would just say like wearing this and wearing that. Now basically that prompt will come out looking like me wearing the same stuff. So when people would click on the live stream, they be like, "Hey, you wearing what you?" They like your thumbnail look like you. I'm like, "Yeah, that's the way I designed it." Again, because it's supposed to be. It goes with. It's creative. I'm like, I ain't creative on this little raggedy channel. I ain't big creative. That's why I don't even make my thumbnails special no more. I don't really give myself a title. My thumbnails was made and my titles was intricate. You know what I'm saying? Like now my stuff is not even like it. That's why y'all see it go live. Simply Steve is live. I'm like, I don't with no thumbnail. I don't edit these thumbnails. Nigga, I don't care. I'm not here to impress you or impress none of y'all. Like I just, bro, I just don't even care. I don't even want to. It's just gonna mean it's gonna keep getting people to come back, and I don't want people to keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like I just set up elsewhere, man, to do something else. So my other stuff I do get to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, some people get to sit around and trade all day. They get to do cryptocurrency and stocks, and you know what I'm saying. People got their own business working from home. This is what I get to do all day. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing it. I said, bro, I love this. I'm getting tired of this apartment, man. I told you I want to move so bad. I just want a house. I'm like, God, I'm praying so hard on the house because I'm tired of these little raggedy apartments. I mean, it ain't ragged. It's top notch, but I'm just like, still, I want something I can own, man. I just want a house. Cause imagine I get a house, man. I get my own studio room, and I can just stay up to 2, 3, 4 in the morning, man. Just in there making my music, praying, whatever. Like I can just do whatever I want in my house. You feel me? Like work on my line. You feel me? Like that's why I say I'm taking this to the next level. That's why I'm working so hard on this, man. You know. And so that's why I never had a social media presence with my stuff. Everybody kept saying, like, bro, you need to post on social media. And I never did. I don't know why I was so dumb last year. Like, I didn't do that. I was like I was advertising my vlogs, but I wouldn't advertise my music. I'm like, dude, advertise the freaking music. I'm like, you can't keep advertising little dumb vlogs when you go live streaming. Like, nobody wants to see that. I said, I like my music better. And I said, if you want to reach clients and reach people, I'm like, you got to have a social media presence. Cause I'm like, people be looking for your work, but you ain't got nothing to show your work. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, well, check out one YouTube stream. Like, people don't want to check out just a YouTube stream. They might have Facebook. They might have this. So I said, go make a page. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I made some pages. And those are taking off. That's why, like I said, my piano stuff going up faster than anything else. That stuff is definitely going up because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I just want a house, man. I'm just like, dude, just it's something about when you live in an apartment, like I said, you've been working all that time, living in apartments around everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like you get it's like moving day when you buy a house. and you finally move, it's just like, man, it's solid. You know what I'm saying? It's bliss. So I want a house, man, and Tank is still alive at that time, which he still will be. So he get a whole yard, he can run out there and do donuts in it. I don't care, man. Like just I'm gonna take pride in my grass, boy. I'm gonna turn into a white man doing my grass. Like, boy, I'm gonna have the dark green grass, the forest green grass. Be out there on a Sunday morning with my suspenders and my garden tools and stuff. I'm gonna be out there working on a Saturday morning. I said, boy, this is lawn day. That's what it is, lawn day. You say Saturday, I say lawn day. Ouch. Well, shoot, man, I'm trying to go out there and enjoy that, So, and I said, San Antonio, see, we got palm trees, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, Lord, I want to plant a palm tree in my front yard, my backyard, all of it. Have two palm trees in the backyard. I can put a hammock on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I said I'm going all out with my music. That's why I decided, like, on Mondays, I won't be doing no like ambient streams. I don't think I really be doing a lot of streams on Mondays. Tuesdays on up to like Fridays, yeah, probably. But, um, oh, mm, I know. So yeah, then the best part is, like I said, you just get to have fun. I get to have fun with all of this. You know what I'm saying? And so all my music, man, really came from God. It also came from just being creative. So I get to be as creative as I want to be. You know, and that's a good thing. Hmm, I'm gonna throw this stuff in the house real quick. Ow! And that's why I said it's crazy to think it's not even a full 2 years that I've been doing all of this, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're already getting blessed, man, and getting taken care of, man. Like God is so good, man. Y'all just don't know, man. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But God is good, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you little dumb weirdos got something else you won't say? Yeah, no little flopping channels. Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna tell y'all for those who struggling with knowing if God is real, if he's listening, if a Negro's in your face, God's real. That just means God about to speed up what he about to do fast. I promise you. Every time a talking chunky monkey talks, yep, you about to get blessed faster than you ever seen before. That's how I know God's real, because I'm like, why is it every time I try to do the right thing, I always got some ignorant Negro in my face? Every time things are going good, that was send an ignig. I call them ignigs, ignorant Negroes. Some dumb, slow ignig could come over here saying something they shouldn't be saying. And then the Lord Almighty would just come here and do something that he was going to do anyways, but he just speeds up the time frame faster because some ignig can't shut up. And I'm about to get some merchandise says ignigs. White people, what's an ignig? An ignig nigga. That's very fitting, an ignig. Not eggnog, ignig. That's what we call them. That's why I'm about to get like, it's about to be like the periodic table, like ig plus nig. I'm gonna get some shirts, man. Yeah, it's gonna be like Breaking Bad or something. That's why I said I'm about to make money off my merch. I'm gonna make billions. People told me for years make merch. I would never did it, and I'm about to make some merch now. Since all y'all in my comments and like, hey, when you gonna get merch? Okay, here you go. Here's the merch. Got plenty of it. All it is just a diss towards weirdos. All we just gonna do is be dissing weirdos. That's what your Psalms 23 is for. There you go. Plenty of that merchandise. I'll put this stuff up in the house, y'all. I'm gonna come back outside. It feel good out. What we doing tonight, man? We ain't doing jack. I said, I'm feeling good with my music. And Bill graduated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people graduating. I didn't even know it was even the end of the school year. Everybody talking about their kids out of school, and they just like, oh, I gotta watch them for the summer. It's like, oh, you poor baby. Wish a nigga would text me, "Can you watch my kids this summer?" Boy, don't ever, Imma block you. Don't you ever text me. Even my brother and my sister, they text me that, "Can you watch my child?" I'll block y'all too. Like, what you mean watch your child? Y'all should have seen how fast they disappeared, boy, when we went over mama's. We all had a family reunion. And then the little front room watching, like, "Hey, what's up, nephew? What's up, nieces and stuff?" And then I look up, I'm like, "Man, where y'all parents at?" My parents done left. They dipped. I was like, and I was about to go somewhere, but I'm like, I can't leave everybody. So I was like, where mama? I said, where everybody at? Why they leave me with the kids? I was like, bro, that's crazy. Excuse me, man. I said, it's crazy, man. Just left me with the kids. I'm like, dang. And then dude, then little dude mama came out. She was like, my sister-in-law came out. She's like, yeah, she's like, thanks for watching. We need a nap. I'm like, I ain't even telling nigga I was taking a nap. Like, bro, I just left. I was like, bro, heads up would be nice. Heads up be nice. We was on our way to Dallas, man. We was about an hour out the city. That's what I told Joe. I said, yeah, we on our way, man. I said, Mama said she'll watch the homie for you when we get there. He said, oh, thank God. He said, thank God, please take her. Oh, boy. You couldn't pay me to babysit. Ugh. I was around them kids for like 5 minutes. I was like, where be your parents? Like, bro, they just disappeared. The little girls, man, they be talking too much. Little girls always talk, man. They just talk. But they cute though. They come on, they like blue. I'm like, yeah, I see Bluey for the 15th time. Yeah, I see it. They're like, "Look, watch Bluey, watch Bluey." I'm like, I don't want to watch Bluey. I don't like Bluey. And then I sat right there and I was watching Bluey. I said, man, Bluey kind of fly, man. They got the merchandise. Man, nigga need a Bluey shirt. Man, my little niece and nephew don't got me hooked on Bluey now. I said, which is crazy, man, because back in the day, we weren't wearing blue, man. We was banging red, bro. I can't wear Bluey. Bluey goes against my politics. Mm, get off, boy. Ooh, tank. Let me get my stand, y'all. Hold on. Okay, that's how you know you've been redeemed. You can't fly red no more. We time Bluey. Mm. Oh, oh, yeah, they look cute. They wouldn't. I said, that little girl ain't that cute, man. She hit me with her doll. I told my sister, I said, now y'all know I'm gonna get her back with that, right? I said I couldn't kick her back because the camera was on. I said, yeah, when the camera's off, I'm gonna kick you. I'm just gonna let you know that. And I was like, you know who you remind me of, kid? Your mama just like you, snobby. That's how she act growing up. I was like, yep, I definitely see a representation of your daughter. Ugh. She be copping the attitude. I'm like, I said, Steve, you better break her from that. I said, you better stop her from having a little attitude. She's like, yeah, we be trying. I said, you ain't trying hard enough. She's like, well, the daddy don't want to whoop him. I'm like, bro, he better whoop him. Like he'll whoop him, but it's just like he's just like, I like girls, they don't want to whoop their daughters. I'm like, well, I'm gonna turn my daughters up. What are you talking about? My daughter's gonna be militant. Girl had an attitude and everything. She called Stisha by her name, and she was like, "Hey, girl." She said, "It ain't my." She said, "Hey, my name is Mama." I said, "Yep." I said, "See, this is what happens when you don't hold them upside down with one leg and turn them up. That's what I do to my job. All the blood goes to your head while I'm whooping you, and then when you come back to your senses, you're gonna realize, yeah, if you don't want the Chinese water torture whooping, like you gonna learn how to respect me. I'll be too nice to these little children. I ain't nice to them. Oh man, you poor fools. Mm. My daughter will follow her around everywhere and just cries. She's just like, she does this hot urge. She's like, oh, she's like, girl, what do you want? She's like, ugh. I said, "Oh, yeah. You see how that feels?" I said, "Yeah, Steve, that's what it felt like growing up with y'all. That's what it felt like. Yeah, see, now you getting a taste of that own medicine that you give. Yeah, see? Don't feel good, do it." Mm. Let us go for a walk. Oh, yeah. Stupid stand. I need to buy new stands. What's wrong with this? All right, let's get it. Oh boy, look who it is. Nigerian princess, the one that always comes in and out. She stays in for like, right? She literally stays in for like 7.3 seconds. And then I'll say, "Hey, what's up?" She never say nothing back. And then I'm like, "Hey, what you up to?" Now I don't hear nothing from the rest of the night. I'm just like, then she'll come in on the next stream. Hey, I'm like, "Where do you go? Do you just come in and snipe or something?" These old 1700 guerrilla tactics. They would send the Revolutionary War. They would send like the little militia to hurry up and shoot you and then run off. That's what she's like. That's what people would do. They do these drive-by insults. "Oh, Steve, what? I disagree." Glint. And they hear me leave out. And then when I go off on 'em, I'm like, I'm going off on nobody. I'm talking angry to the phone like the phone done did something. I'm like, because the people that's in here ain't even there no more. I'm like, come on, man. Like, be nice. Dang. One thing is no calling me by my name. Right? What's up, little Ehi? Ehi, Wehi. Why are y'all still up? Man, y'all on Eastern time and ain't you? I'm Central time and it's 10:41, man. What y'all ain't got jobs? What y'all, what y'all doing? Look at me talking. Yeah, y'all still watching this Nigerian prince? Y'all watching Burner Boy 2.0. Burner Boy. Super. 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 I don't know what you looking at. Oh, nigga. I need to stop. I be having an attitude. People be staring crazy. I'm like, what you looking at? Said, I'm off till next weekend. Well, girl, fire up the grill. I'm about to come over. We're gonna make some steaks. Shoot, y'all better be glad I don't live near y'all, but I'm a major freeloader. I'll be over your house all the time. Like, what you doing? Sleeping, girl? Get up. Get up. Like, come on, man. Let's go out. Let's go do something. Let's go dancing. They like what they see. They sure do. Yeah, that would be okay if it was women, but it ain't women. It be these dudes. That's why I said, man, y'all women all right. These dudes are weird. I was over here in the rain the other day, man. Some dude was riding past. He would literally roll past me, turn around, just like staring at me. I'm like, what are you staring? Like, brother, you see something you like, brother? Do you see him? Is it good? Like, what you looking at? It's old perverted freak. Like, what are you staring at me for? They be making me feel like I got a pair of double D's. I'm like, bro, I be having to check. I literally be having to check, like, bro, what is it that you see? Like, what do you see that you gotta stare back? You shouldn't have to look back at it. Like, bro, you don't look back at it when it comes to a man, you weirdo. We having a button my top button. Like, daggone, man, make me feel uncomfortable. I can only imagine how dudes be with y'all women be undressing y'all with their eyes and stuff. Like, yeah, they been doing it to me too. Just like, ew. Mm. Anyways, y'all, what we on tonight? This is what I be talking about, y'all. Staying consistent. Don't be coming in trying to, hey, Steve, and then want to run off for 3.5 months, and then you want to come out like, hey, he be doing be 3.5 months, run in, and then you be like, LOL, what's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up is that 3 months went by. Everybody else is doing something. We on a whole nother wave, and then you just come stop by, see? And then when we go on a whole nother wave, you ain't, and then when I don't do this no more, y'all gonna be wondering, where's Steve at? Yeah, I'm somewhere else because you came in 3 months later. See? Playing too much, man. Like, you gonna be loyal, man. Be loyal, man. I'm starting to think Chris Brown was right. You ain't loyal. You called me. Did you? Hold on. Did you call when? I didn't get no notification on. Y'all gotta understand, man. When y'all call Steve, y'all gotta call Steve like 3 times. I'll sit there and watch the phone ring and I won't pick it up. And I'm like, if they really want to talk, they'll call me again. Bro, do you know how much my phone goes off all day? I don't even notice people call me. I don't talk on the phone all day with everybody. I don't. Sometimes I don't even get the notification. That's weird though. I don't even get those. But somebody's like, "Yeah, I called you." I was like, two people said they was calling me when I was in Chicago when I was on a plane. I'm like, I didn't even get no notification, dude. He's like, "Bro, I called you yesterday." I'm like, I didn't see nothing. People be thinking you ignoring their calls. I'm like, bro, chill, bro. We men. We don't do that. Ignore calls. We don't do that. Like, well, we here in person, brother. You got something to say? That's why I said only the cool ones have my number. Some of you dudes literally will never have it. What's happening? Hold on. Like, I feel like I squint to see this, man. Something wrong with my screen. Hold on. This stupid phone, man. Hold on, y'all. What is this? All right, how you say your name? Objection. Objection, Your Honor. Oh boy, if I had a dollar for every time I'd say that. Y'all just don't know all the times I went to court. I said, yeah, he's got 3 counts of fraud and 5 counts of robbery. Objection, Your Honor. Objection sustained. Denied. Sit down. How I'm not in prison? Yeah, I don't know. See, even y'all usernames are reminding me of my past life. See, I can't escape it. I can't escape. Oh man. Anyways, what are we doing? Well, dang. Run the red light. Anyways, what are we up to today? Ooh, oh, oh. Oh man. Well, come on, 13 people. There's no need to be shy. I'm not gonna hurt you yet. Across the street. No, not yet. Do you still get on Discord? Yes, we still get on this. CA, we still get on Discord. If you turn on your notifications, you have to turn on the notifications. Some of y'all be thinking y'all remove yourself because I never see y'all. And then y'all be like, I never got the text. I'm like, dude, do you got your notifications on? No. Turn them on. Are you in the right group? Are you still in the group where we at? There's only one group. Hold on. You gotta turn on your in-app notifications too. I think it's something like to do with your Apple settings and stuff. You gotta turn those on. Ow. No, we didn't kick you out. Look, let me see. Let me see if your name's still on. Hold on. Like friend group. I don't know how I check it. How to see everybody in there. It says there's 52 people in there. That means you still in there because the last time I checked it was like 51, 52. You just don't see how y'all just don't care about me, man, until y'all want something. All right, how much you need, Eddie? What y'all want? Every time y'all come up and sucker me up and y'all won't come back now, I'm like, yeah, what y'all know? I got something y'all need. What y'all need? How much? Who am I making the check out to? Like, come on. That's why we trying to tell y'all, man. We be in there doing our Discord. We ain't did a Discord call in a minute, but we still be in there like conversating and stuff. You know what I'm saying? People know when I go live because I put it in there. Everybody in there. When you gonna tell us you go live? When you gonna tell us you do stuff? See, then I put stuff in there, and then people don't even show up. And then when I don't do nothing, more, it's been a long time. Yeah, because you don't click the links. Remember, I told y'all, I said, go take a lot of my messages that I'm saying on here, stamp the funny parts, because I told you I'm about to wipe this channel from the internet within 2.5 months, man. About 3 months, I'm about to wipe this channel off the face of the earth. So that means all my stuff and content going with it. So that's why I'm telling you, man, take my best and funniest moments. I literally made a chat box where you can just spam it. Again, it ain't got to be nothing more than a 30 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes or so. You just screen record it or clip it, just throw it in there. Because I'm a start posting it on other channel, you know what I'm saying? Take my music, do the same thing. People won't do it. Yes, I'm like, don't do it. As I said, if I do it myself, when I do these projects, I'm just gonna do it myself. And then I'm gonna find my audience off Reddit, and y'all not gonna know nothing about it. I told y'all. You can't put your hands at the plow. You don't get to get the benefits of whatever the saying is. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Hey, you be playing too much, man. Daggone, you be playing too much. Hey, you ever seen a girl that play too much? Like, oh my gosh, man. What's up, Mike? Mike's the only one I know that don't play too much. No, he play too much sometimes. But I said, but man, look, every time I need something done, Mike does it. What's up, Jones? Jones is another brother I can count on. He does whatever I need to. Like I said, these are soldiers. Soldiers. Like I said, they'll never take no 3 months off, man. If anything, Mike always hit me up, and then me and Jones talk almost every other day. You feel me? So other people that shall not be named coming here in 3 months. I can't hear. I'ma go out. Go where you at? Oh gosh. Ugh. I love all y'all deeply. I try to think about what life was like before I knew y'all. It was cold, it was dark, it was void of seasoning. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's why I was just saying, like, it's crazy to think it's not even a full 2 years though. That's the crazy part. I didn't even start this within 2 years fully. Like I did my first video really in what was it, July or January 20, I think it was 24th, January 24th. And I remember when I posted my first video, and I remember like the first week or 2 weeks went by. And I said it was kind of slow. So I was like, okay, I said, okay, my first video is up for about now a month or 2 months, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember when it was coming up to a year, it still felt like a while. I was like, okay, well, it's not even a year old yet, you know what I'm saying? Now we on this mug. I'm like, bro, it's about to be 2 years old, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said like 2 years ago around this time, I was feeling down. I was in the dumps, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even thinking about doing YouTube like that. I was just, I don't know what I was doing. I was I just got out of a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I was, mainly to myself. I was focusing on everything else. I was learning a lot about like stocks and trades and Bitcoin and crypto. And then I was learning about my music stuff. Then I was learning about like trying to do YouTube on off time, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really do this yet. So to see where it is now, you know what I'm saying? Like not even a full 2 years later. And now look, we got all y'all, whole community over here, all this abundant music and just everything, man. It's like everything good, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of good and whole lot of niggas, but it's definitely more good than it is niggas. Mm, 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 mm. Well, yeah, just been enjoying a lot of this, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, so I thought about doing something nice for the 2 year anniversary, but I don't really care though. You know what I'm saying? I want to celebrate it because y'all here, the good ones out here, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like doing this, I don't see this as no potential, you know what I'm saying? So, is there really four people here? Or six now? Just the numbers keep fluctuating. It's so weird. Hold on. Ouch. Ouch. But but that's why I said I look at 2 years later and I said, look at all the stuff God did, man. Look at all the good stuff I got in my life. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the connections, man. People I ain't even knew. I ain't even know half the people I know now. You know what I'm saying? I was nowhere near in life where I was then. You know what I'm saying? And so 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like 2 years on the journey, but it's a whole 3 years I've been here, really on the full journey. You know what I'm saying? Now God always works in threes. So that's why I said the fact that it's working, no coincidence. So that's why I said I pledge my allegiance to God, boy. I said I owe that man everything, man. I owe God everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. Like I said, I ain't no sucker. I don't kiss up to nobody, but I said, God, I kiss up to God because I have to. And I like doing that. He the only one I like calling, the only one I like begging for something. You know what I'm saying? I owe everything to him, man. He's the only reason, man, why I got stuff like this in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we've been through a journey together, me and him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been the best person, you know what I'm saying? He knows that. But I said, but I've been learning, you know what I'm saying? And it's been better. And so that's why I said I'm like, I don't really care who go or who stay in my life. At this point, I just don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you I don't really care much about like women like that no more. I don't care about getting no wife. Nigga, ain't thinking about that old tacky, raggedy stuff. I don't care about that stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm content with my life and I enjoy it. I'm finna go to Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and maybe you'll find somebody over there you like. You're like, boy, I just go anywhere. I just don't have time for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said my next thing to do is to get rid of these dumb Negroes that keep coming over here bothering me. Or what they think is bothering. I don't know what they are. Just I honestly think a lot of these Negroes is mentally ill. I think they mentally retarded. I really do. Because they just don't do nothing else. They can't do nothing else, right? So because y'all know me, I'll throw down with the throwdown, but I'm just like, why am I gonna argue with somebody that's mentally not even there? Like they dumb. Like you got Negroes cosplaying like they something they'll never be. You feel me? So I'm like, they are already lost. They on the internet thinking they deep. Like you already lost. I don't have nothing to say to you. That's why I say y'all be weird. These mentally weird Negroes, man. It's the same as a spiritually weird Negro. They all weird. Still running that weird mouth of theirs. Whether you spiritually weird or mentally weird, it's still gonna get you hit in your mouth if you talk crazy. I'm just gonna tell you that now. I don't play the whole game with you know, I don't do that old mental. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you need help, go get help. But I said, but if you gonna act like you gonna come and harass and you gonna come cuss people out, you gonna hurt people. I said, well, I'm gonna treat you like every other street nigga. We do not play that. That don't work over here. Hey, Steve, we don't play that. You know what I'm saying? We protect the innocent. You know what I'm saying? We look out for the women and the children and the innocent people. You know what I'm saying? We don't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's coming to time now. Your mouth is gonna cost you everything. It's gonna cost you. So when you're on the internet slandering people and you mad all the time about everything, I said when somebody beats you up in person, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you your two front teeth. I would shut up. But again, some people just gonna have to learn the hard way because they talk too much. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy all of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who's still here. I see. Watch this, y'all. Hey, you still here? Can you still hear me, hey? Watch, she always come in and come out. Watch, she ain't gonna say nothing. She ain't gonna say nothing. Mm. So I said, y'all, this 2-year journey, man. This is something, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? New faces, new places, new races, new oases. Literally. Boy, I can't wait to see. I got a Dominican audience, the Ecuadorian, a Russian. Like, boy, I need all the tribes and the tongues, man. I can't deal with a slow simpleton nigga no more. I don't like niggas. I don't like, bro. I just can't deal with them no more. I never could. They just migrate over here like a pack of wildflies, man, because they don't want it everywhere they go at. As much as everybody talk about a lot of these fake Jews, man, these fake Jews get kicked out of every land they go to. I said, you know who get kicked out of every land they go to? Niggas. You know one thing that y'all and the fake Jews got in common that don't nobody like y'all. That's one thing y'all got in common. The only difference is one got money, y'all don't. I was like, bro, you just nobody can stand Jews, man. Like y'all just everybody hates y'all. Like, hey, that's why the Bible was saying that there are those that call themselves Jews and now they weren't just talking about them white people over. It's talking about you dumb Hebrew Israelites. That's what he was talking about. Y'all know how many times I could have trolled those grape apes on this channel? I could have trolled them a whole lot. I just chose not to. Again, I try not to pay a lot of people mind because I know when that's what a lot of people want. That's what they want. They already looking for a fight. They ain't gonna do nothing. They just gonna talk all day. And I'm like, I don't want you talking over here because we actually got good people over here. We have like women and children here, man. Like, I don't want them being harassed by a fat man behind a computer screen. Like, I don't want them seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring like positive black representation, trying to find the best positive black people, man. I ain't trying to bring these old bums over here. Like nobody wants to see them. Nobody likes them. White people in us don't like them. So that's why I didn't call a lot of people out by name. I didn't really entertain stuff too long. You know what I'm saying? Again, y'all seen it. They came over here finding me. I didn't go finding them. They came finding me. And that was the reason they found me. Again, they did it on I did that on purpose because I'm like, I don't bring y'all here. Y'all come over here because y'all retarded. Y'all just don't know nothing else. And so that's why I say I really think that some people are mentally handicapped, like something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell y'all, all them passive aggressive niggas, y'all pray for them, man. Y'all pray for these little spiritual weirdos, man. Something wrong with these niggas. I feel sorry for some of y'all, man. I'm just like, if that's how you spend your life, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I feel sorry for you. 'Cause I'm like, all the stuff that God could be out here having you doing, and you wasting your life being dumb. It's like I said, "All right, well, when we go to Puerto Rico, man, you make sure I'll say a prayer and send you a postcard from over, there, man. I'll buy you a little shot glass or something. Like, I don't know. You already a drunk, so I'll buy you a shot glass, maybe." That's why I tell you. Some people like you ever see some people that's just like, "Well, I knock him out," but I'm just like, but you still feel sorry for him. It's like I feel sorry for y'all, man. Like y'all ridiculous. Like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it's not even being sarcastic. It's just like I see a lot of people. I'm just like, this is why I want to help a lot of people. Cause I'm just like, bro, like some people are not as fortunate as a lot of other people. Some people are way more fortunate than me. And then I'm way more fortunate than some people. And then some people are just not fortunate at all. And I really care about the people that are not fortunate enough at all. Cause I'm just like, bro, it's like they don't have, a lot of people didn't have the upbringing and the come up that I had, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I respect mine a lot more, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I don't, I just can't stand people, man, who you know how you try to help people, man. It's just like they bite the hand that's feeding them, you know what I'm saying? Like we complain about black this and black that, but I'm like, but the main people we fight is other black people. It's just like, and that's why I said I didn't really partake in a lot of that stuff, man, because you know, I'm not gonna be on here all day, man. Again, these ain't black people. Niggas are not people. They niggas. But I said, but they still an ethnicity. They still in our species somehow. And I'm like, I ain't gonna make it look like I'm bashing black people all day. I'm like, no, I don't bash black people. I bash black niggas. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm here. I'm 3 minutes behind because it sound like, oh my gosh. See, just behind on everything. Hey, I'm just gonna let you. Hey, I'm gonna pray for you too. Like, just, my gosh. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna blow your DMs up with gifs. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of gifs. Be like 38 gifs. Um, that's why I said Negroes, man. They not people, but according to the state, they are people. They are people. And that's why I said that's why I don't talk about them all day like I used to. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to look like I'm bashing black people. Because I don't bash black people, man. I love black people. You feel me? I'm black. We all black. But I said, but when these dumb niggas are the main ones talking, they look like they speaking for black people, which is what makes it look like a representation of the black community. Like, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? I made it very clear I don't like them. Everybody, other black people and white people and Mexicans and everybody in the world made it very clear they don't like these type of Negroes. So that's why I'm very specific. That's why I don't say you say you black Negroes and the black community. I say no, them type of people. You feel me? I call them out by name, Hebrew Israelites, spiritual weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Dumb, effeminate Negro men. That's what I say. Like I say stuff like that so people know who you talking about. I don't incorporate all black men and all black women the same. Like, no, we got a handful of stupid, idiotic Negroes that do what they do. Everybody's not them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very careful with my choice of words. But you know what I'm saying? I would never bash black people, man. I love my black people. And even them dumb idiots. I love my dumb idiots, but I said, but you need to stop being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's nice. They done made it to a nice little. I mean, this is a nail salon. I'm over here like, what's nice? Because they got marble. They got marble and gold texture. That look nice. Oh, girl, I might go in there and get my nails done too, girl. Hold on. That look nice. That's brand new too. But anyways, that's why I said like I love my black folk, man. Even the Negroes. I love everybody in God's way. I don't hate nobody. Unless you're a freaking pedophile, you on the Epstein list, probably. But other than that, I'm just like, you know, you just gotta learn to shut up. I just tell people, I'm like, I don't got no hatred on my heart towards nobody, but I said, but if you disrespectful, I'm just gonna beat you up. Just because I beat you up don't mean I hate you. Like I said, Jesus loved the people that he beat out the temple, but he still beat them. So it's like, bro, I ain't gonna allow no disrespect. Are you running your mouth? You feel me? But that's why I said I'm like, y'all be leery, man. Be careful. Like, don't be letting people speak for us like that. You know what I'm saying? So of course we always make the occasional jokes. Everybody get the jokes on this channel, man. Black women, white women, Asians, Jews, gays, everybody get jokes, nigga. You ain't immune from this, dude. The only people I probably wouldn't throw jokes on like that is like I said, I know people do be making that stuff funny, like when it comes to like cancer or when it comes to like serious like medical conditions. I don't like joking on that stuff because I understand that's real stuff you can't control. I know it's like considering a lot of dark humor, so people will make jokes like that, but I'm just like, I don't make jokes on that because I know cancer is not a laughing matter. I know people dealing with, liver failure or when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I don't want that to, because that stuff ain't funny. That stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to you know, when it comes to you just being ugly, it's like, well, then, bro, like we all was ugly at one point. I got rolled out of school because I was ugly. I mean, I'm really sexy now, but I wasn't always this way. Like, called it. What you doing this summer? Come to AOM. What is AOM? What is that? I thought you said come to AOL, like the internet. Is that a thing? Like, I don't know what I'm doing this summer. I'm supposed to be going to Puerto Rico. It ain't said and done yet. Me and Jones finna catch a flight out there in Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. I don't know. How you doing? I said I'm finna travel a whole lot. Go pretty much any and everywhere. I told you I'm about to live it up this summer because guess what I'm doing this summer? Not doing this old raggedy channel no more. And come July, which is middle of the summer, y'all don't see a nigga after July, cuz. Unless you follow me on everything else, you won't see me on nothing else. I feel like part of me will miss doing some of these streams, but I'm like, I really need to like y'all understand. Like, I feel like I'm a genie in the bottle. You feel me? Remember off Aladdin how genie was stuck 10,000 years having to be a slave to grant people wishes, and he really wanted to be free, so he didn't have to do it no more. That's how I feel. Like, I just want to be free from this. I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love bringing people joy and laughs and stuff, but this is the only channel I get, man, where you get less feedback because people in here weird. Like, I've never had an issue with anything that any platform I've been on, man. Everybody over here is weird. Like, well, I can't say. I just said I don't generalize everybody. Look at me. Look at us. I don't generalize everybody, but a lot of use is weird. Like, because it is like, bro, a lot of people over here, they not the majority, but a lot of people do be weird, man. And even good people, y'all just be sitting here staring at me too. It's just like, bro, like I don't like that stuff. You know what I mean? Mm. But that's why I said on this channel, man, everybody get the jokes, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a serious medical condition or something, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm just like, nobody's immune to the roast. The roast. Even me, I get the roast too. But that's why I be trying to tell you. I said, bro, people be thinking about more in life, man, and dealing with a stupid weirdo. You know what I'm saying? That's what people should be doing instead of trying to call out men and women of God and little dumb YouTubers and stuff. Like people should be worried about. Who my heart goes out to? The paraplegics. That's who. You know who I have real uh pain in my heart for? The people that can't walk. The people that we take this for granted every day. We doing this. And there's people that can't even stand up, man. People that wish they could get up and walk. They wish they had two functioning legs. They can do something. People ain't got no arms. People was born blind, can't see. You know what I'm saying? And we take it for granted. That's why I said if I could take all y'all ugly Negroes who complain about everything and give that to somebody else who needs it, you know what I'm saying? Like they would be happy. You know what I'm saying? I said, you don't know, man. People's life change, man, when stuff like that happen. God forbid that ever happens to anybody else. I don't want that to happen. Not a soul, man. Not even people I like, or I don't like. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say you have a heart that goes out to the people. You know what I'm saying? That's why we spend our time over here dealing with real people and not stupid niggas, because niggas are not people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not debating people. This ain't politics, man. I'm not debating you online all day, man. I ain't debating you at all, man. You retarded. I don't got time to argue with you, nigga. You already lost. That's why I say any one of you dumb niggas speaking on me, you already lost, man. I'm a nobody. So why are you speaking on nobody? Because you stupid. That's why. But I guess I make the occasional retarded jokes with you niggas because y'all just seem to be just dumb. Can't never get nowhere in life. So, like I said, don't be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Ouch. So I don't know, man. You do have a heart that goes out to people, man. People in need. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say God use this channel, use this ministry that I'm doing to reach people in need. Like God, get me away from these spiritually dumb, weird people. I can't stand these dumb niggas. Like, get me away from them. I said, put me around, and that's what he do. He put me around people that actually do need me, people that actually do appreciate my services, man. Like, daggone, man. I hate the fact that, like I said, I know everybody, there's a lot of bad people in all type of cultures, but the main ones we got to deal with is our own daggone culture. Like, I'm tired of dealing with you dumb niggas, man. Y'all making us black people look bad. You know what I'm saying? We think the ones over twerking and on the tables, shucking and jiving and throwing money. I'm like, it ain't just them. You dumb weird niggas is making us look bad too. That's why a lot of people don't want nothing to do with the black church, man, because you stupid idiots is in there, man. Y'all make us look stupid. That's why every time you hear of like false prophets and weirdos, who do you think of? Niggas, because they do this stuff. That's why I said we getting a bad representation on everything, man. Like black men's getting a bad representation because these old retarded black men do what they doing. And then they make us look stupid. And that's why people think that black men that go to church act just like old Cheddar Biscuit looking boy. Like we don't act like this dumb nigga. We ain't one of him. He ain't one of us. We not holier than thou and more spiritual than everybody else, man. We do our thing and pay our taxes and we go do what God told us to do. We don't act like him. I'm getting tired, man. I'm black always being associated with something stupid, man, because we got a couple of stupid people in our community. Black churches always look like that, man, because we got stupid people in there that's doing stupid stuff. And that's why everybody thinks that black Christians are dumb. Y'all notice that? They think black Christians are stupid. Because the representation of these Negroes that be on YouTube, the main people on YouTube making diss videos and talking about everybody is niggas. Like, daggone, man. I can't wait till they take y'all little camera phones, smartphones, man. Like, y'all just talk too much. That's why I said I'm not against a lot of these white people, man, doing what they doing. Maybe if it shuts y'all niggas up, I'll be okay with it, man. I don't like Chuck the Builder. Like I said, if he had approached me, I'd have shot him. I said, but if he would approach one of them type of niggas, I would have sat right there and laughed. Y'all think I'm playing? All skin folk ain't kin folk. And I said, yeah, see, these Negroes think they better than people because they think because they deep, that they don't have to endure the human possibilities. I'm like, okay, well, you gonna see this. That's why I said I ain't against no white boy calling them niggas. I'm like, no, some that word nigger is meant for some people. I'm like, no, that's meant for some people. I ain't against that. I said, nah, when it comes to them type, the ones that we don't like that always have a problem with us, you can call them as many niggas as you want to. I promise you, I wouldn't throw a fist. I will not stand up for you. Y'all know what I almost did before? I said, bro, I almost paid some radical white people to go mess with them. Cause I'm like, niggas be thinking they immune from this. That's why I said the whole BLM stuff we was doing, white people was out here attacking us, mad at us. And these niggas hid behind us. And that's why they didn't think that racism was real because they was over being deep and being weird. And while we out here getting beaten, going to jail and getting shot, like they out here shucking and jiving, hiding behind our struggle. They didn't have to experience a lot of the racism because again, they stayed indoors messing with niggas all day. And now it's getting to a point where white people getting radical and they don't care nothing about your Jesus and they don't care nothing about your deep word. They want to hang you, Negro. And that's why I said if they go mess with people like y'all, I'll be okay with it. Because y'all come over here messing with us all the time, man. Like we tired of y'all. You feel me? That's why I said you know what we need to start doing? We need to start cleaning up our black race. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start doing DPs for everybody that claim they one of us and they a weirdo. DPs. That's how we deal with this. It's sad, man. The reason we don't trust a lot of black people is because they act like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of reptilians in our community, man. A bunch of camouflage blend in type Negroes. You feel me? Who's still in here, man? Why y'all quiet for? Who's in here? Can y'all hear me? Oh. There we go. Make sure my thing ain't stuck, man. Sometimes this thing be getting stuck sometimes. No, this thing do. Mm. Oh, man. Gotta get tight sometimes. Mm. But that's why I say I get on here and talk my stuff, man. I just get on and talk my stuff. I don't care who I offend. I'm all for offending people, but I'm surprised a lot more people ain't said nothing about me. Like, bro, I done pissed off so many niggas. I'm surprised a lot more ain't said nothing. A whole bunch of chimps over there, they chimping out over there. A bunch of Negroes over there chimping out. That's why I said, you know what I would did? I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Chud the Builder would have walked up to them type of niggas and messed with them. I'd have laughed at them. I wouldn't even have jumped in. I wouldn't defend them, be like, you can't call them because they not one of us. You gotta stand like, bro, y'all gotta stop being so quick to defend everything that y'all see as black. Everybody that black ain't with us, dude. They not with us. You feel me? Y'all be out there trying to fight for the Negro who's the federal informant that's gonna inform on you. That's why I be trying to tell you, don't be just fight for everybody. You know what made me mad? When we was doing a lot of this BLM stuff and this movement was going on, and when the people who was out there racist doing what they was doing, causing a muck out there, just doing whatever. And then when the people ganged up on him, was like, "Well, we gonna get you." You know who stood right there like a bunch of Uncle Tom stopping people? Niggas. Stand, no, guys, don't do it. Don't go on that level. Don't just you gotta walk away. They dispersing the crowd. I'm like, I can't stand y'all. People's doing what they doing, man. They out here calling you a nigga. Out here trying to shoot people and do whatever, and y'all standing right there trying to protect them. I said, you know why? Because you slaving the mind. Those are the ones we call the house niggas. Police was out there trying to brutalize people and beat people, especially Louisville police, man. Louisville police is terrible. I'm surprised I didn't get beat by them, man. I had to escape from them a couple of times because I said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all put your hands on me, I'm getting 6 months in jail. Because I think if you hit an officer, you get around like at least 5 to 6 months. I said, hey, I'm gonna spend about half a year in the pen. Because I said, I'm gonna hit you right back too. I ain't playing. I don't play that stuff. And right when they got the officers who was doing what they was doing, people cornered them. Here come two Negroes. No, guys, don't do it. I was like, bro, I can't stand y'all. Exactly why Master and them get away, man. Cause you Negroes always wiping their butt. Every time they do, so no, guys, don't say nothing. Just leave it alone. Just let them go on about their business. Don't say nothing, cause it's, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I can't stand them. That's why I said everybody that look like us, man, is not with us. You got a bunch of informants probably in this chat. You got a bunch of informants in our community, dude. Everybody know that's true, man. A black folk worst enemy gonna be another black folk, man. An African worst enemy gonna be another African. A Mexican worst enemy gonna be another Mexican. It's always like it. Like, why is that? That's why I'm starting to think some of these stereotypes that we have on us is true. Cause some of these Negroes act like I'm like, bro, these stereotypes came from people like y'all. Trying to be daggone deep all day. That's why I'm like, bro, if y'all gonna mess with them, we don't care about them. They not one of us. They already proven time and time again they don't care about their people. These are the black supremacists of our ethnicity. Like you got white supremacy. I said these are the black supremacists that we gotta deal with. Cause they messing with us. You ain't having that same energy to white people. You ain't having the same energy to YNs, but they want to mess with. Just like how the government don't want to go after the filthy rich. They don't want to go after the corrupt officials stealing all the money, but they want to tax the crap out of the middle class. They already know the lower class ain't got nothing. So guess what they do? It's a war on the middle class. That's why everybody getting taxed like crazy. They always want to go mess with the people, man, who ain't did nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? So crazy, man. That's why I said what they don't understand is that a lot of people got fight in them. Like I said, I got fight in me. I just choose not to take it there because I don't like talking to you. I don't want to go back and forth in the comments. Like I'm not a weak man. You feel me? Like I ain't going back and forth in the comments. I've had a couple of women try to do that. Try to go back and forth in the comments. Like, look at this fat nigga. I ain't going back and forth with you, old fat chubby girl. Get out there and run and lose some weight. Why you over here arguing with me? If you put as much energy as after running as you did in her typing on these comments, I said you probably lose about 15 pounds. They trying to at me back and forth like this is a at back and forth war. We don't do this. Ain't Instagram. We don't do that. Some fat retarded woman got on here one day and she was like, "I'll tell your dad what you're doing." She said, "No." She said, "I'll tell Jesus to tell your dad." I was like, "Man, what?" I said, look at this nigga. That's what happened when you stupid." I was like, You couldn't be more stupider than you are." Because whenever Jesus listens to people, he gonna listen to a stupid woman. Like, oh my gosh. That's why I said, like, yeah, okay. And then when I tell Jesus, like, Jesus, make her run for about 10 miles, losing weight, you know, we're talking to me. He's like, I'll tell Jesus to tell your dad. I didn't even do nothing wrong. They said, I'll tell him to tell your dad what you're doing. I'm like, and what's he gonna do? What would daddy do about it if he was here right now? What he gonna do? I don't think people realize, like, bro, we are not the people you think we is. Like, bro, we do not kiss butt like you kiss butt. Do you know why me and daddy had a lot of not fallouts, but do you know why we would bump heads on stuff? Because again, we didn't think the same, stupid. I keep trying to tell you, I said, bro, I did not do everything he wanted me to do. He didn't do everything I want him to do. Like, it's just not, it don't go like it. Every race has their own gatekeepers. For black, we got the black boule and sellers. Yup. And that's what a spiritual weirdo is a sellout. That's why I told you they a bunch of house niggas. Guess what they did back in the segregation times? Guess who they got? They got a whole bunch of them. They used the black pastors to keep the people silent about they couldn't revolt because again they was gonna get hanged or whatever. So they kept them to keep the people silent and preach on grace and mercy and favor, not knowing your real identity, not doing nothing about it. And that's why they was still beating them and lynching them. Because again, they just sit right there. No, we just gotta stay in love it. It's these type of niggas. Well, I know they putting a rope around your neck, but you just gotta turn. That's your brother. You love him. Like, no, no, no. And that's why we got a generation full of Nat Turner niggas. That's who we got. Nat Turner and Malcolm X and people Fred Hampton, people who ain't playing like we ain't gonna let you kill us. We're gonna get you right back. And then that's why they and guess who they go do to get these old sellouts? Well, an eye for an eye. Like, no, that ain't what that means. That's not what that means. That's why I tell you, man, y'all niggas gonna be in trouble, boy. When that stuff really hits the ceiling fan, you're gonna be in trouble. Because you would think your legal grounds and your spiritual grounds to defend you and your family. And you gonna sit right there and let somebody put a rope around your neck. They gonna douse y'all in gasoline and light y'all on fire. You gonna sit there, nah, we can't fight back now. I was like, boy, if you got children, your poor children. I feel sorry for them. They didn't ask to have a stupid parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I can't. That's why I said I can't stand the sellout. And again, I don't think sellouts are just celebrities and entertainers. Nobody cares about them. We don't. You stupid if you listen to them. I said sellouts are the ones that's in church too, which I don't understand. Those are the ones that's messing with everybody. The spiritually weird. That's why y'all hear me say that word spiritually weird because those be the sellouts. Those be the Negroes who think they ain't black. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is so spiritual, so being a human don't matter. I said, well, the Negro being a human didn't matter. Why God put us in human form? If humanly things didn't matter, why are we still having to pay bills and pay taxes? I wish it worked like that, nigga. I would go off grid. I would go live in the garden and eat it. It don't work like that, stupid. That's what happened when you too deep to be real, man. That's why I say you get on the internet being weird. And I said, see, this is why God can't use you because you're not productive. You're not productive enough. You were trying to give out a word in his name, but I said, but you ain't doing nothing with the stuff that he gave you. You feel me? You sitting on your talents, whatever it is. Your talent ain't getting on here preaching the word of God because you ain't good at it. You know what I'm saying? You trying awfully too hard to do something you ain't supposed to be doing in the first place. Starting to think some niggas got a calling and Peter gazing. Sitting there looking at men's Peters all day, man. Like y'all sitting there worried about what another man business is. That's why I say ain't nothing more effeminate than a man that's worried about another man's business. We got all type of names for it. Pocket watching, crotch watching. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think a lot of people is. That's why we trying to tell these people, man, y'all better stop listening to these spiritual weirdos. That's how Negroes got out there drinking the Kool-Aid. Jim Jones done tricked a whole bunch of these dumb niggas because they can't think. That's what happened when you go, and that's why I said 2020 showed me that when we out there marching for something, trying to do something right, Negroes in church, bucking and jumping off the walls. Nothing mattered to them. Nothing phased them. They just jumping off the walls while they shooting our black people down the street. They jumping off the walls. They need a harvest. They need a breakthrough. Black community ended up in shambles that year. And guess who was one of the ones that had to go help clean it up? Steve. See, some of us actually had to do something instead of sit right there and talk. We had to do something. You wouldn't know what that's like because you ain't never did nothing your whole life. That's why I tell y'all, if y'all ever see somebody that talk too much, just know it's a person that ain't never did nothing with their life. They spend their whole life talking. While the rest of us is working, they talking. And that's why for 2 years, I've been working. Barely even a full 2 years, I've been working, doing what I gotta do. Which is how this channel came about, which is how my stuff in life came about, which is how everything that God want to use came about. Because I didn't stand right there spewing my lips talking. I didn't stand right there being a Muppets character, sit there running my mouth. I actually did something about it. Why am I gonna get in here and tell somebody I got a word for them when I need a word for me? I'm like, I need to hear God for myself. Like, this is every man for themselves, fool. Why they come giving people all type of inaccurate words. People come up to me all the time doing that stuff. And I look at them I'm like, nigga, you think I'm stupid? Like, people don't know who I is. You don't even know who I is. So mama tried to do that. She like, yeah, I got a word for you. I was like, oh, do you? I said, oh, really? Do you now? Okay. I said, look here, baby girl. Let me see what you got to say. And they say the most obvious stuff. You destined for greatness. No, I'll be ready to act like I'm about to run up and down the aisles, like I'm about to hook a book. Like for real. No, for real. Baby girl, I didn't know that. Girl, I didn't girl, 31 years of my existence. You showed me. You told me, son. But people be looking at that like that's a nugget. Like, oh my God, they be crying and all. Look at these idiots. Like, bruh, that's not deep. That is not deep. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, that's why I said you can't be like this slow, man. Like, that's why I said I'm convinced I can get on here and do a vlog and do a word where I say, hey man, the reptilian people came to me in a dream and said, God told me to tell y'all something. And at least 10, 15 people will be on here for real. Nah, I've been thinking the same thing. This is stupid, dumb. I can get on here right now and say, God told me to tell you something. And half of y'all probably believe it. Like, because again, you don't think for yourself. That's why I be so big on people thinking for themselves. Like, bro, you can't be this slow. You know what I'm saying? You can't be this unbearably naive. Like, come on, man. You ain't got a word for yourself, man. You gonna have a word for everybody else. And that's why you see everybody you give a word to is inaccurate. You know how many times I done seen people just they because again they can't think for themselves. I done seen people go to the psychic. And then they come back like, yeah, the psychic told me that I'm gonna have a child, and they told me I'm like, you couldn't just decide that on your own. I said, you can't just decide that that's what you want to do. So now you need a psychic to tell you when you gonna get pregnant. What? How stupid do you gotta be? Like, bruh. I said, I ain't saying my future is bright. Did you not know your future was bright? Are you feeling that low? It's just sad, man. Like, it is so sad that people like this. They'll believe anything. Anybody say something to them. My question is, I'll be wanting to ask him, how much money did you pay? How much did it cost you? For them to tell you basically. I could have told you that for free. I'm definitely not no psychic. I could have told you that for free. All the psychic did was tell him there's gonna be better days ahead. I'm like, bro, I could have told you that for free. I got a vlog channel where I tell people this for free. Like, stupid. You know me personally. You could have came to me. You gotta go to somebody and spend money. Girl's a scam. That's why I said you got scammed. I done seen people come back and forth. They talking about they man of God or somebody done gave them a word, which is basic common sense. I'm like, dude, you could have knew that yourself. You know, fine. Like I said, I don't be sitting around waiting for a man or woman of God to say something deep. Is that not my job to interpret the word to the Heavenly Father to figure out what he has to say for me? Pastor got to deal with 300, 400 other people. Why in the world are you the only one he got to have a word for, stupid? That means you should have a word for yourself. I can't believe I even have to say that on this channel, man. This channel ain't even affiliated with a lot of this stuff. Like I said, we don't even talk about these type of stuff. But I have to say this because again, these are the majority of people that come over here doing this. They weird. They gonna trying to come and how you doing? They gonna trying to come and argue with you about what your views is on this and how you feel about this. And this man of God said this type of word and whose pastor said. I'm like, I don't know these people. I don't like even with Geno Jennings, man. Somebody had told me before. They said, I think they said Geno Jennings had said something about Pops and said something about Daddy or whatever. I think he didn't like. I don't know if it was him. It was somebody. I could be wrong. I don't know, but one of these pastors. I remember. I think they did say Geno Jennings said something, but I think somebody had because some people had an issue with that. He was talking about get your firearms and protect yourself. I said, well, if a nigga can't protect himself, then why he worry about us for, nigga? Like, why you care? Whoever he is, I'm like, I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who these people is who you be talking about. And that's no offense to them. I don't know people like that. I don't watch you. I don't want to watch you. I don't want nothing to do with your ministry or your channels. I don't know none of y'all. You feel me? People like, well, they said this. I don't care who said, like, bro, I don't even know you. You don't know us. We ain't never met you in real life, man. We wouldn't want to meet you if Pastor Darby was still alive. Daddy was still alive. He wouldn't want to meet you either. We don't know you. They're like, well, they said, I said, have you noticed what you said? You said they said. That's all they can do is they said. They can't do nothing about it. They just said. You got a problem with somebody telling you to go strap up? I said, what a weak man. I say, bro, there ain't women mad at it. It's men mad at it. That's why I said, what a weak man. That's why the last girl I was with, she was a police officer, and she was shocked at the fact that I wasn't shocked that she had, of course, police guns. She had a basic firearm, a basic pistol. She had an AR-15, and a shotgun. All cops are required to have that type of stuff. And I said, well, girl, I got just about everything you got and some. And she said, you ain't worried about it? No. She said, well, that's crazy. She said, I was talking to some black dude. She said, I was talking, she's Puerto Rican. She said, I was talking to some black dude before. And she said he got offended because I had guns. I said, a black man got offended because you had guns? She was like, yeah. I said, no, we don't. I said, we have guns. Why would we get mad about that? She was like, he was all guns are bad and you're not supposed to have guns and guns kill people. I said, a black dude. She was like, yeah. I said, oh my God, boy, these black dudes don't got any feminine now. Hey, ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all now, don't date none of these black dudes. I said they ain't got no means to protect y'all. Y'all gonna go out on a date, God forbid, and y'all get mugged, and he gonna sit right there and watch you get mugged. He gonna offer your stuff when a dude come up trying when a gang try to come take your stuff. No, please take her purse, take our money. This is look, baby, give him the purse. Like he ain't gonna defend you at all. Y'all gonna sleep with that dude. You gonna take him back and be like, that's my husband. Like you gonna be embarrassing on him. That's why I'm trying to tell some of y'all black women, boy, like find the right black dudes, because you gonna get a black dude who can't protect you. He can't do that for you. I said, I couldn't believe it. She said, dude had a problem with having guns. I'm like, he do know what your profession is, right? She was like, yeah. I said, so he has a problem with a police officer having guns. I said, bro, what? Like, this is England. You gotta have a Billy Club and a Willy Wonka or something. Like, bro, you gotta have your guns too. And I said, I guarantee you, I said, I know I didn't make you feel safe. It didn't make you feel safe. You gonna have to protect this idiot. You feel me? That's why I said everybody come around Steve is safe because I protect you. I got it on me. I got several. And that's why I said you can run up if you want to. Now y'all see why these Negroes do so much talking online because they know people got it on them. They ain't gonna do it in real life because they know what's gonna happen. Well, some of them talk too much though, y'all. It's just they can't help it, man. They stupid. Like, that's why I said I really started to think stupid is like a disorder, like a dumb gene or something. Who's still in here, man? I got 6 people and no words. Like, who's in here? Last person that said something was Robin. Okay, 6 people, no words. Come on, man. Talking my heart out here. Ugh. Hmm. Ow. Watch me stay silent in the family one. Uh, they should have spoke up. Yep. You know, we call that a simp. What you mean a man gonna sit right there and watch what you saying, ain't gonna step up and say nothing? I said, boy, that'd be the daggone day. I'll be some of my woman. I don't stick up for her. Boy, please. I'll fight anybody. I don't care who you is. Even her mama. Like, girl, I'll slap your mama. Your mama talk crazy in front of me. Like, I don't play that. You gonna sit there and not speak up. Somebody disrespect your wife. You gonna sit right there and let him. That's why I'm like, boy. What they don't understand is in the back of they wife's mind or the back of his girlfriend mind. You know, she's like, I can't stand him. She's like, I'm gonna find me another man. And guess what she do? Find another man. She is turned off. She don't even want to talk to you. And then she finds somebody like Steve that's always gonna protect her. It's always gonna make sure she's good. You know, you gonna sit right there and watch your woman get disrespected and not say nothing. I don't care if we was sitting in front of the mob. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna let you disrespect my woman. You can't do that. I just can't. I just can't let you. Because when we get out of these hog ties, you know what she's gonna be like. So you just gonna sit there and let them talk to me like it's a hog tie? Me like it's it. Like, my cussed her. Just gonna sit right there and let him do it. I don't care who it is. That's why I said you heard one insult at my woman. I'm sending 15 back your way. See, that's why I said people meet me and realize I don't play that stuff. I don't care about that men and women stuff. I said, girl, I'll slap a woman too. I don't care about that. You run your mouth and you act like you gonna be threatening to people. I said, I'll smack you too. We don't care. I'm like, I don't care. You act like if it's towards my woman, I'm gonna definitely slap you. That's why I said you realize people realize like you can be a dangerous nigga. I don't care about none of that. I don't do that. Oh, well, we don't. I don't put my hands. I'll put my hands on anybody that come here disrespectful. I mean that. I don't care who you is. That's why I said them girls ain't immune. That's why I said Granny ain't immune either. You can tell your granny get over here and get it too. Granny's not immune to it. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm not. Some people just ain't never got slapped. That's why they talking. God, and I was like, auntie, it's behaving like I'm sorry. What did my uncle say? So imagine you something with your woman, man. Some spiritual weirdo walk up on her and tell her something wrong with her, tell her she going to hell. You don't think I'm gonna steal you in your job for saying that? I thought she was playing, nope. He was scared to get involved. That's why I said, look at Dick Rose scared to get involved with some woman. I'm like, boy, please, you are way stronger than I'll be hoping today somebody think they gonna throw their hands on me. I said that's gonna be the day you lose your fingers. I mean that. I don't care, bro. I don't care. That's why I said a lot of people have it on them because I'm like, again, people run up on you wrongly, and then they know when a woman run up on you wrongly, they get to being bold because they got a couple of niggas around you and don't even know, like, bro, the Negro you talking to, put your hands on, he got it on him. He knows that he's seeing the six Negroes in the background. He know what's gonna happen if he hits you back. And what they say, well, you should just walk away. Well, when somebody following you and thinking they gonna put their hands on, I'm not just walking away from that. Like, I'm gonna take your arm off of you. I don't play that. Remember, I told you that's what happened back in Louisville, back on Derby 2021. Jack Harlow came to one of them clubs and he brought one of his DJs with him, and the dude had killed his girl's best friend in self-defense. She saw him where she was one of the bottle girls. Took a bottle, tried to clock him upside the head. She was with six niggas, tried to approach him. Took a bottle, tried to clock him upside the head, put out a gun and killed her right there. And them Negroes that she had, that she thought had her back, ran. Ain't none of them get him. And now he pretty much gonna get off on a self-defense case too. Girl was number 31, 32 years old. She was the whole mother. Killed her right there. Don't let these dudes get your head puffed up. Everybody ain't going for nothing. Dude don't care because you a woman. He'll kill you too. He don't care. That's why I said it's hard. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that situation should even play it out like that. But I'm just like, but bro, you can't put yourself in a situation like this. Because I'm gonna tell you now, if you try to clock me upside the head with a bottle and you got seven niggas with you, I'm shooting on y'all too. I said he actually did it a little better. I said, hey, I'm hurting everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what somebody gonna do to you when they got seven dudes on you, man. You have no idea, bro. They can kill you. He ended up getting a hotel, but he left at that dang. And then I knew that is a trait I won't pick for a husband. Yep. You gotta be confident. That's why I said you don't look for trouble, but I'm like, when you with somebody, it's like, bro, you gotta make sure that you speak up for them. I don't even gotta be with a woman, man. If I see somebody speaking down on them when they with me, I'm just like, hey, bro, who you talking to? Like, don't talk to her like that. You feel me? Now, if they got some beef with somebody because they did it, that's one thing. But if somebody randomly messing with them, because I let people handle their own affairs, whatever, you know. But when it's somebody that ain't, you don't know them and ain't harassing them, like we don't play that stuff. That's why I said I look, I don't be playing that. That's why I was back in Louisville a couple of days ago, man. There was some crazy nut out there in front of the church. Me and mom was dropping something off. Some crazy nut was out there hollering, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just like, and I make sure again we got mom and we got one of the sisters here, and again we ain't stupid. We all got it on them. We all got it on us. You know what I'm saying. But I said, but I'm the man in this situation, so I'm like, no, let me make sure they good. You know what I'm saying. I was like, I don't want mama. I was running in and out. I said, mama, I don't want her outside by herself because I said if it's look crazy, never run up on mama, I'm gonna have to hurt him. I'm for real. I'm gonna have to hurt him because dude is crazy. And so he ran up trying to, I don't know, he's talking to the devil on the side. He's talking to somebody. He's just weird. And I was like, hey, you need to move, bro. I said, hey, man, move. You feel me? And he was just all weird, like he's like trying to size you up. I'm like, well, bro, if you want to size me, I'm standing right here. I'm like, what's up? Like, what you want, bro? And I told him, I said, all right, bro. I said, all right, go over there. Go on. And so he's like, all right, man, all right. Like, dude, weird. He don't know where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Then he tried to shake my hand. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, he turned around trying to walk, and then he turned around trying to shake my hand. I'm like, I don't know that. Like, that'd be witchcraft initiation, man. Plus, nigga, the lady ain't wash his hands. I'm like, well, I don't be. I said, no, I ain't shaking your hand, dog. That's why I said you think you immune to being rude. You can be rude when the time is right, man. Of course, some of us are just like, well, we don't want to talk like that. Like, bro, when the time is right, you'll talk to anybody like that. I don't had it with weird fools, man. That's why I said this is why I talk to spiritual weirdos the way that I do. I ain't got no sympathy for you niggas. Like, I don't like y'all. Nobody likes y'all. Y'all are a nuisance to the world, man. Everybody tired of y'all. So I talk to y'all the way that I daggone well please, because y'all weird. Mm. Best believe I'm gonna defend my woman. I ain't gonna sit right there let somebody harass them and talk crazy to them, and I ain't gonna do nothing, man. That's why I said dudes don't do nothing, don't even realize, bro, your wife done left you mentally. I said, how many of these spiritual weirdos, if they got a wife, how many of them left them mentally or physically? That's why I told you. I said, men got one time to mess up with a woman because I told you when you do, she done. And especially if she talks to her friends. Oh my gosh, you can't get a woman to stop talking to some other woman or their friends. Other woman, they friends, they mama, they sister, they pastor. Women always got somebody they need to turn to talk to. You already on thin ice now. I said, yeah, try not. I said, don't defend her one time. See if she stay with you. And that's why she leaving. Mhm. That could be true. But I said, but again, that's just some stuff you should know, man. Everybody wants to fight for their woman honor. Every woman want to fight for their man honor. Like that's just stuff you know. I expect women not to be as confrontational, but it's like, come on, even if you a soft man, if you was raised by your mama, there's some dudes that know that. That's why they ready to crash out. Cause again, some of them is about their respect. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I couldn't stand it. That's why I said we try not to get in them type of situations. But if I was in this situation, I'm swinging on a nigga. I don't care. So I don't be playing that man. Like shoot, I wish you would disrespect my woman in front of me. That's why I say ain't nobody off limits, dude. I don't care. I don't care about no teenagers. I don't care who you is. Ain't nobody off limits, dude. Like disrespect is disrespect. Imagine you somewhere and somebody make your wife feel uncomfortable. You just gonna sit there and let them. It's crazy. I said, that'd be the daggone thing. I let somebody disrespect my wife. That's why I don't notice why some women do like me. You know what I'm saying? Why some women do like being around me because they realize I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? That's what they all say. I ain't gonna ever let nobody disrespect them. You feel me? Sit there and let somebody treat you like crap, man. That's crazy. We all know who would though. That's why I said these all the spiritually weird dudes. These old effeminate men. Yeah, they definitely ain't gonna protect y'all women. I'm just trying to tell y'all that now. You know what they gonna tell y'all when y'all get stole on? Turn the other cheek, get stole. That's what they gonna tell you. Again, these be the type of dudes that will tell women to go pray and repent for getting raped, like getting sexually assaulted. That's what they'll tell people. Don't think it's a coincidence that people are saying this. Like, bro, they've been saying this stuff. That's why I tell y'all, it's a dangerous time to be a woman. It's a dangerous time to be a woman, boy, because something can happen to y'all, and a dumb girl will still say, "Well, see, well, you still gotta go pray and turn the other cheek." Why you just got raped? Imagine that. You don't even get a chance to be a real victim no more, because again, you got these type of weirdos. That's why I told y'all it's dangerous to be a woman, but I try to tell you, I just saw somebody the other day. I just tweeted something because they was like, well, because they was talking about like how rapists need to get tried and stuff, and they was like, well, because again, rape is a very serious thing, and so people was like, well, no, they already spent their time in jail, so they already paid their debt to society, so you shouldn't be able to view them like that no more. I said, no, you should be able to view them like that. I said, bro, this is different from. I'm like, this is how people still view people that do like theft. When you do like grand larceny and stuff, like obviously you probably bound to do it again. Like you probably got that in your blood. I said, no, no. I said, no, no, no. You paid the state time. You didn't pay the victim time. You took something from them that you could never get back. So they was trying to say like a woman shouldn't still be mad about it after you served the time. Like, no, you should still be mad about that. I said, hey man, that's a dangerous man. Whoever that is, check his hard drives. He probably done did that to a couple of people. Check him. The fact that that even came out of your mouth, that had nothing to do with you. I said, the fact you are so close to defending something like that shows the stuff you'll do. He gonna put date rape in your drink. He gonna Bill Cosby you. That's why he's saying that because he wants a linear sentence if he ever gets caught. What he said women want to feel protected. It really should be based on it should be based on knowledge, cuz, but obviously it ain't for some of these dudes. That's crazy. He said that. He was like, he said, well, if you do rape somebody, you did spend time in jail, so you gave the state your time. I said, you gave the state your time. You didn't give the other person your time. That's something that's like it's irreversible. You feel me? He said it like, well, because you paid the debt to society. I'm like, no, no, that you can't pay that debt to society. We're not locking you up to pay the debt. We locking you up because you need to be away from everybody for good. That's what you supposed to be locked up for. He's talking about like it's just always just for a certain amount of time, so you'll learn your lesson. It's like no, you learn your lesson for life. That's crazy. It ain't like you stole from a business and you got caught. You know what I'm saying? You smuggled some funds over. I said no, you took somebody innocence. That's way different from taking somebody money. Some of the most evil of the most evil people do that type of stuff, man. And the fact that you got a man defending, I'm like, bro, that is so weird. That's why I said, hey, man, y'all women better be careful. Know why they going overseas and dating dudes? Them dudes put their woman first. That's why I said them dudes that treat you like a princess. Not because y'all spoiled, not because y'all entitled, but because again, dudes that treat women like yeah, that's cool. That's why they told me in Costa Rica, they said, hey man, we fight heavily for our women, man. People doing them wrong. They said, we'll jump you. That's what they said. They was like, bro, you ever do one of them wrong, we will jump you. You got dudes over here, man, that'll watch you get assaulted, won't say nothing, think it's funny. Go tell you to repent and go pray about it because you got assaulted. Those type of men, they don't know. They know what they are doing. They size you up. That's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Wrong man sizing up a woman. Huh? I remember a few days ago, I watched a YouTube video. The most painful thing is she may get experience. Being burned alive. Yeah, dude, that's why I sound like, bro, there is a pain that is worse than death. That's why I'm telling you, why you think a lot of people won't kill themselves, dude? A lot of people, man, like I said, they can't take it. That's why they mental and they want to end it all, and that's sad, man. You feel me? A lot of people that go through that, especially as a child, man, when they got violated as a child, a lot of them want to grow up and why you think they all have the same story? If they ain't did it, God forbid, but some of them was like, I just want to kill myself. Because again, they can't take that. That's painful. That's a never ending scar, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't heal with a band-aid or some alcohol, man. That's why they drink all the time. You feel me? That's why I said that stuff ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, look what you do. And that's why I said that was what the last girl I dealt with, that's what she was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So she got violated, man, by her daddy, her own blood daddy. You feel me? Your protector. The man that brought you in this world to protect you, man. He over here violating you at 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. Like, nigga, what? And that's why she had told me, she said, baby, I honestly cannot remember most of my childhood. She said, I can't remember nothing below 18. She said, I don't remember. Because again, her mind had to have a safety mechanism where she had to block it out. Because that's what happens when you go through a lot of trauma. A lot of people will block it out. She said, I can't remember most of my childhood. I can't remember nothing. She said, because again, she had to form a safety mechanism. You feel me? And so she was like, growing up, people always thought she was just a troublemaker. And they was just, because I'm like, she's speaking out because somebody's doing something to her. You feel me? So even when we fell out, I wasn't even that mad at her because I was like, bro, because of what her father did, I said, now look at me as a man, I have to deal with that. I have to figure out what's going on with her. You see the damage you do to an innocent child, bro. Then they grow up and they don't even know what's wrong with them. And that's why nobody knew what was wrong with her. She didn't even know what was wrong with her. You feel me? And she really was trying to get healing and didn't even know how to really get healing. You feel me? Girl sitting on my couch, man, at night. We was sitting there on my couch, man, and she was just talking. She's not even an emotional person, but she was opening up and just crying on the couch, and just the waterworks was coming. And she was able to, because we was both taking this healing process class together. It's like a therapy class, and it all came out, and that's why we did that class. And then we came home, and then she was just talking to me, pouring out some more, and just seeing how just evil people is. I'm like, and I had to stop her between the story. I said, wait, your own blood daddy. She's like, yeah. She said, I'll never forget. She said it was New Year's. I think she was like 7 or 8 or I don't remember what how old she was. Sick stuff, man. Said dude came in her room, was all weird and stuff. And she said, bro, he was always checking up on me to see if I was still have my period because he was worried about me getting pregnant. Tell me that's not weird. And then you wonder why the girl is mental and why they dealing with stuff and why they blocking out. They have a trauma response when they blocking out stuff. You feel me? 'Cause I remember when I first had met her, she had told me that, that her father had just passed, and I was like, "Well, you know, my father passed," you know what I'm saying? So we automatically identified on that, you feel me? And then I think shortly after that, her brother died, and I was just like, "Dang," I was like, "My God," like, in the way she talks about stuff like loss and pain, it was just like it was nothing to her. She was like, "Oh, well, it's happening," because that's the way her mind was trained to think. She had to block out everything, you feel me? And her brother was her real protector. Her brother was like the father to her, you feel me? He was the one that was always looking out for her, protecting her, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, and again, every time you ask a woman that's been through stuff like that, you know, if they ever been touched or whatever, and you be like, "Does your daddy know? Or does like one of your brothers or your cousins or somebody or uncle like does somebody know about this?" And they always say no because they was like, they know they more scared about what the person that they gonna tell is gonna do to the person that did it to them, and that's what they always do. She was like, "Well, no." She's like, "Well, no, I think my brother would kill my daddy. Like he don't like him." I said, "He should. He should. Your daddy's a pedophile. He is." My ex dealt with the same thing, man. Got a weird uncle that her mama's protecting, that her daddy's a real dude. And I was like, "Have you ever told your daddy about this 20 years of trauma?" She never told her daddy. She said, "Well, no, he gonna kill him." I said, "He should. He should." Because guess what dude did it to somebody else's kid. They just keep doing it. Like I said, old girl couldn't even have a protector, man. You feel me? And that's why she felt safe with me because I was somewhat of that. I was the first dude she didn't have to fight. First dude she didn't have to worry about somebody doing something to her, violating her. First dude that showed her respect and love. That's why when we did have to break up, it was tough because it was a decision that we both had to make. It was a tough decision. She didn't care about everybody else, but she cared about me. And that's why I said, even though we fell out and we was kind of, you know, a little petty to each other, I said I still had a heart towards her because I'm just like, bro, I know she's not in her right mind right now. I know she's not. I said, look at the damage that you do to somebody, man, when you do stuff like that. And that's what men say when we say we got to deal with a heart that we didn't break. We got to deal with a broken heart that we didn't even do because some weird nigga can't stop being a weird nigga. And that's why a lot of people don't listen to everybody. That's why I don't care what they say somebody think about you. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't even be able to help your child. I tell my ex that, man, her mama was, she's like, my mama don't really care for you. I said, well, you know, your mama didn't protect you when you was in that situation. Your mama's sticking up for her pedophile brother before she sticks up for her daughter. What I care about what your mama got to say. I said, bro, your mama need to get slapped. I was like, I should tell your daddy myself, man. Like somebody got to do something about this nigga. Dude sitting there trying to touch his niece and then touch some other little girl. And her mama's just still sitting there. Oh, no, dude tried to run up on her in the store as a grown woman. And she was scared and ran to her mama. She was like, Mama, like he's weird. He's messing with me. Her mama just sitting there. No, she's like, I'm sitting here crying to my mama, like, Mama, he's doing this. Oh no, he's just, just that's what they do. And that's why I told her, don't you ever come to me and tell me what your mama said. I'll go slap that nigga. Your mama failed you. She failed you and let a pedophile man around her daughter. I'm starting to question if some of these parents, man, are really even worth being parents. If somebody did something to your child, God forbid, would you do something? Would you even take matters into your hand? Would you do something? Are you gonna sit right there and honey, let's call the cops and they want to have an interrogation with the person? Well, you know, my child tell you did something like ain't no talking. And that's why we have to deal with a lot of the stuff that we got to deal with today. That's why we think some of these girls is crazy and some of these girls is nasty. No, they not. No, they not. Somebody touched them, dude. Some grown man did something to them. Some weird cousin or aunt or uncle and auntie did something to them. It's not that she don't know how to. It's not that she don't want love. She don't know how to love, man. How you gonna be violated as a child and think somebody gonna grow up and just know love? Like nigga, they don't know what that is. That's why I said, man, my heart go out to people like that, man. They didn't ask for that. They don't deserve that. Sit there and treat people like it. You have no idea what somebody had to go through, man. I said most of these girls have to deal with. That's sad, man. A lot of these girls got to deal with some weird dude. And then what's worse is you got a man defending these weird niggas. That's why I said, why are you in the comments sitting there talking? Why are you in the comments sitting there defending a rapist? For what? What's up, Janine? No, you straight. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Hold on. That's why I say you be feeling sorry for people, man. They be having multiple personalities, man. People ain't just going crazy. Something happened to them. Old girl literally said she couldn't even remember her childhood, man. She said, I'm not even playing. I can't remember nothing below the age of 18. She said, it's hard to remember that. And guess what happened to her when she was going through all of that? She got older. She got so tired of life, she tried to kill herself. Why do they all have the same type story, man? It's like, it's sad. That's by the grace of God that stopped her, man. She was like, I almost killed myself, man. She was like, and somehow I didn't. Somehow I never went through. The other girl I talked to went through the same thing. They always get abused, something happened to them, and they always try to kill themselves too. And it's just like, I'm sad. It's sad to hear that. Because they can't take what they dealing with, man, because somebody did something to them. It's not that a lot of these girls just got daddy issues because they, you know what I'm saying? Like we always say the stereotypical daddy issues. Like, no, some of them got daddy issues because daddy was the one beating them. That's why I said, old girl don't need a preacher in her face right now. She needs somebody like me that's loving and nurturing to go talk to her about what she's dealing with. That's why she was mad at God, because she didn't think that God heard her when she was getting beat. And I had to explain to her, even though I didn't have a clear explanation of why it happened. I had to tell her about the love of God and show the love of God instead of telling her what First Timothy says and Revelation says and hellfire. I didn't say that. They've been getting beat their whole life, man. The last thing they need is somebody with scripture to beat them some more, dummy. That's why you dumb niggas, man. Y'all channels don't even work, man, because y'all sitting here beating people with word all day. That's why you retarded. Can't lead men. You're not brave. And I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with some of you spiritually weird men. Something happened to y'all when y'all was young too. That's why you act like that. That's why you a weirdo to this day, boy, because you a freak. You won't be honest about stuff that went on in your life. So I said a lot of these women get a bad rep, man, because they done been through some real traumatic stuff, man. Most stuff that Negroes can't even endure. You think your emotions are high because you don't like somebody saying something about you. Think about a woman, man. They insecure all the time. So think about what happens when somebody corrupts them when they're young. You don't think that sucks? You don't think that pains them? That's why I said, God forbid, I don't even like thinking about that stuff. I said, imagine being in their shoes, man. If somebody took their innocence. They got to think about that all the time. And Negroes get online. These old dumb niggas get online now talking about she got trust issues. Obviously, she got trust issues, stupid. Did you know what happened to her? Did you know what happened? Did you even ask her what happened to her? That's why I said Negroes be so quick to just judge. They be so quick to just talk. I said, did you ever ask somebody why they was the way they was? Did you ever ask them what happened? Did you even take time to talk to them? That's why when you meet people, you don't try to get their draws, dummy. You talk to them first. Because then you will realize what they went through. She's jumpy because somebody touched her, stupid. She don't like men because a man did her wrong. It's proven even animals do it. Even animals that don't like certain people, man, because somebody like that abused them. My friend them got a dog, man. They dog was abused, and they was like, they dog don't like men because a man did something to him. The man abused the dog, so the dog didn't like men. She didn't take out the men, she took out the women. Even the animals know this, dummy. You telling me that human beings, we just gotta love and just forgive everything? Like, we don't know people. You don't know people's evil intent. I'm pretty sure the person that did something to him was somebody they thought they could trust. Obviously, they're gonna have trust issues, stupid. That's why I'm so tired of having this conversation with these dumb niggas. You got the nerve to talk about American women. What American dumb niggas like you people don't want either. Because you know who assaulted them? An American dumb man like you. Talk back to me, man. I got 7 people, man. Make like I'm making sense at least. Stuff pissed me off. Man touching children, man touching little girls. They touching little boys too, and that's why these little boys act funny. It's a bunch of weirdos, and that's what it is. And wonder why somebody ain't got why somebody got trust issues, why they don't trust everybody. Like, nigga, why would they trust somebody dummy? They don't know you. Stuff is weird, man. That's why I say y'all women, y'all beware, especially y'all black women, y'all beware. You got a lot of black men on this wave. They be secretly hating y'all. Y'all don't understand, but some of them be secretly hating y'all. You ain't even did nothing to them. They just be mad at y'all for whatever reason. Like, what are you mad at black women for? What they do to you? You know what I honestly think? I honestly think some of these dudes be hoping something happen to y'all. I really think some of them be hoping like some of y'all get assaulted. I think so. I really do. I ain't never seen a more sassy gay man nowadays. Like I've never seen it. I don't know what's up with some of these niggas. That's why I say y'all mamas are dumb too for raising people like that. Y'all dumb too. You got a hand to play in his downfall. You got a nigga on her arguing with a on the rapist side. It's like that's crazy. Well, now they trying to lower the age of consent. Now Negroes talking about 17-year-old women and talking about in some states, 16 or 14 is age. Like, why is that the first thing you think about? Are you that ugly? You can't get nobody your age. And then you look at the type of dudes, those are the dudes that can't get nobody their age. Not a woman in sight will touch them. Why y'all think every time they lock up these predators, man? Look at these niggas, these Chris Hansen type niggas. Like nobody wants them. Nobody will touch them. Yeah, I've always had a protective nature. Got to. I'm a type person. I can't sit by and let something happen to you while you on my watch. I can't do it. I can't let us both get robbed here. I can't let somebody assault my woman. That's why I said that's every man works for it. Going somewhere with his wife and somebody do something to her and you can't do nothing about it. That's why I said some of these men, you failed as a man. You failed. That's some stuff you can't help, God forbid. But I'm just like, but man, some stuff is like, come on, man. Somebody breaking your house. It's one thing when you go outside. When somebody breaking your house and you ain't got no protection, what type of Negro is you? Got a whole woman in there, and Negroes is hiding behind their wife. Honey, call the police. Like, the police ain't gonna get there until both of y'all dead. Like, boy, we is the police in my house. What you talking about? I'm gonna call you after I kill you, and then I'm gonna tell them come scrape you up. I'm gonna sit there, got my wife and my family in the house, and I'm sitting there trembling. Hopefully, they don't come up behind the door, honey. Like, honey, grab the kids and just pray. Like, you see that right there? You gotta be protective, man. People is depending on you. I'll be doggone if I see a woman fight for me. Like, bro, I'm supposed to be fighting for them. Like I said, the last girl, she was a cop, man. But I said it don't matter. I don't expect her because I'm with her to do her cop duties or something go on. It's my job too. I had that thing on me, man. I said, man, I'll pull mine out first. Like if anything going, I said, girl, let me handle this business. I don't need you doing nothing. She was a cop, and even she still was on the phone with me when she was at the gas station. She was like, "Man, some weird dude at the gas station. She said, can you stay on the phone with me because he weird." Even she didn't want to deal with him. And I said, "It's a good thing I was right up the street." I said, "Girl, if something happen, I'm right up the street. I'll run up her and do something to her. That's what you want." I'm extremely protective. That's why I was very protective of everyone I ever been with. I'm like it, but I said over her, I was very protective. Like I said, I used to live over there with the Arabs and the Afghanis, and they culture's a lot different than ours. And some of them is again, they be cool people, but some of them is a little funny. They be staring at women and children walking down the street. You don't know what type of intent they got. They just be sitting there staring, looking at this little stupid look. Nigga be trying to stare in my house out my door. I'm trying to clean up, man. One day, when one dude just standing in my door staring at me. I'm like, what you looking at? I said, what you want, bro? She was staring at my crib for, cuz that's disrespectful. He just there and look away. I'm like, but that's disrespectful. You don't look at my house. Like I'm trying to Peter Gates what I got in here. That's why I said even though I didn't see most of these niggas will be like, well, she's a cop. She can walk herself out to her car. I walked out to her car. I'm like, I don't care if she's a daggone FBI agent. I'm gonna still walk out to her car. Maybe the daggone that I heard girls tell stories where the dude made her walk out to her car by herself. Like, what type of man is you? You didn't make sure she even got somewhere safe. You just let her walk out to her car. What type of nick? And then wonder why you don't get a call back. Everybody wants to walk the girl out to their car, man. That's how you get the goodbye hug. You can get the goodbye kiss. You can get the goodbye love, affection. Like you just gonna let her walk outside. Man, my woman didn't leave my side if I wasn't there, man. Like the only place you gonna be at where I ain't is in the bathroom. That's it. You are not going outside by yourself. You are not going to your car real quick to retrieve something. I'm coming with you because I don't know niggas. You don't niggas be weird. Y'all silly. And them dudes is weird. And one day she was leaving my crib and I was leaving too. I let her walk because again, usually I walk to her with a car. I was parked over like a couple of spaces. She was parked on the end. So I was like, well, she's right there. I'll let her walk to her car. And sure enough, while she's walking, here come this weird little Arab dude come out the cut. Didn't even say come out the cut. Bro, the nigga walked behind the car. He walked behind the car and stared at her while she was walking. He went like that, staring like that. I'm in my car about to start up where I was so mad. I was like, no, because I'm looking, I'm like, no, no, he didn't just. I'm looking, is he looking at something else? Because I'm like, surely he might looking at his ride or something. I don't know. But he went behind the car and did that. And was staring at her the whole time. I said, no, that nigga didn't. Yo, I was so mad. I didn't even know I ain't got the car. I was so mad. I didn't know I got the car and slammed the door. He gonna turn around and laugh to one of his friends that was right there. And it was funny till he saw me. It was funny till he saw me. His face immediately, his laugh was gone. I said, "Hey man," I said, "Hey man, bro," I said, "Hey man," I said, "What you looking at?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "No, you understand what I said? What you looking at?" He said, "Nothing, nothing, nothing. You looking at nothing." I said, "Hey man, you looking at my girl? What you staring at?" And he was like, "No, no, me not looking at nothing." I said, "Yeah." Notice his smile and demeanor changed. His old little homeboy over there was quiet. See, he was quiet over there. They ain't won't say nothing. I said, "Homie, I know you ain't looking at my woman." I said, "Hey," I said, "Look at her, I hurt you." You know, I said, "Hey man," I said, "Hey man, don't play with me, boy." I said, "Don't play with me." I was serious. I said, "Don't play with me, dude. Don't be playing that. That's disrespectful. You gonna look at her butt while she walking away, like, bro, that's mine. That's my woman. She's gonna look at like, oh no." I said, "Yeah." See, now I'm very territorial. Now I'm gonna have to hurt you. I said, "Buddy was lucky. I was running late for work. I was running late for work." I said, "Bro, you know," I said, "I can't catch it right now," but I said, "You know what? When on my off day, I'll catch you." But I said, "Not right now." Very protective. Like you ain't gonna be looking at my woman while she walking past. That's disrespectful. That's why I said that was a couple times people had to kind of calm me down, and I was ready to take it there. The same time I had to walk out to her car again. Some dude staring at her, like just staring all weird. I'm like, "What you staring at, man?" And she's like, "Baby, it's okay." I'm like, "No, it ain't okay." The dude's over looking all funny, like he want to do something. Like, why you staring at us? Where I come from, man, people do that, man. They sizing you up. They looking to do something. I'm like, again, I know some of these people, they ain't used to a lot of culture here. So that's how they I said, well, bro, you gonna have to adapt with the times, man. You can't be doing that to people. I be seeing women and kids walk up the street. They just sitting there looking at them the whole way. I said, bro, that looks sick. Like, why y'all staring at them like that for? And then you see why a lot of men don't like their wife and their children just going everywhere, man, because they know niggas. They know how people is. Gotta be protective over your stuff, man. Protective over your woman, everything. That's why I say y'all better be careful, man. They're gonna be weird. Walking past dudes staring at their blinds, staring at their window shades, looking at y'all. It's weird. Not like a good, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you lock eyes with somebody, I like y'all just look and be like, y'all like each other. Like, y'all don't like them, they like y'all. That's why we having to tell people, man, like, quit doing that. So I tell one of the homies, like, hey man, quit doing that stuff, man. I said, women don't like dudes that stand right there staring at them. Women don't like men like that. Don't do that. You staring at them like you got an issue. I said, they not gonna talk to you, dude. That's why I be trying to tell niggas, like, bro, y'all be scaring people. Like, y'all be scaring the women. That's why you can't get them, bro. They scared of you. Always been like that, man. Protective of my woman, man. I always been like that. Every woman I've been with. That's why I told you, we might not like each other. We may have fell out, but every last one of them will tell you, I did my job. I did my part as a man. They ain't never had to worry about me taking up for them. We never got into nothing like that. But I said if we did, because there was some instances we did, and I said there was times I was ready to go there. They'll tell you. They'll be like, hey, I don't like him no more. But Steve always did his part. Steve was always protective. All my women friends say that. My family say that. Every woman I've ever dated said that. Everybody knows that about Steve. I do not play that. Some of y'all be so nice and naive, man. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all just be too nice and naive, man. Y'all don't want to hurt nobody, but I would hurt anybody. I do not care. You shouldn't be over anyways. Went somewhere one time with this one girl, man. Somebody I was dating at the time, and she had her friend come from out of town. Her friend lived in um Houston, and she's engaged. But I said, but her man didn't come with her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know her friend that good, but I said, well, since you know her and I'm cool with her, I said, you tell your friend that she under my protection. I said, I don't know her man or nothing. I met her friend like once or twice. I said, but I don't know her man, but I don't want him to have to worry. You know what I'm saying? You here with us, you going out with us here. I said, I want you to be safe and know that you're safe. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know the person that you're hanging around. You know what I'm saying? And I had two, three of the homeboys with me. I said, you tell her that she's under my protection. You under my protection too. So wherever we go at, if something pop off, we got you. And I said, especially with her, she don't know us. I said, but let her know we ain't crazy. We ain't like it. And I told the homies, I told the homies square up. I said, hey man, y'all protect them tonight. I said, if y'all see anything going on, I said, y'all make sure y'all got their back. And I was like, cool. Before we even get in the door, weird nigga standing on the wall. Just always a weird nigga about a door. That's why I said, y'all, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start plucking y'all eyes out. I'm gonna start doing that. Just the plucking the nigga eyes. Cause it's no stupid, dumb look y'all give people. It's just like, bro, I just wish I had some chlorine and just threw it in your face. Like, you're just so stupid. But he's sitting there staring at us like we got, I don't know what's wrong with him. Cause he saw both of the girls was with me. And I did that on purpose because I was like, I'm letting them know, like, hey, y'all walking with me. Like, again, I'm not gonna leave y'all behind. Where we go somewhere, I'm not gonna stand behind y'all, or I'm not gonna walk in front of y'all and y'all way back here. When you are under my protection, you with me, you right here side by side. I do that on purpose. When we walking past dudes, I walk on your side. As we start to walk past, I kind of slow down and walk behind your butt. So dudes ain't staring at your butt. Cause I know. And that's why I said I'm like, I'm making sure they can't see no sides of you. We walking in front of them. I stand in front of you a little bit, walk on the side, stand on the side, we walk behind you, I walk behind you. So that way they ain't looking. You gonna look at somebody but look at mine. You ain't gonna disrespect her. Yeah, they get mad when they get rejected. That's why I said there's a couple of homies I knew like that's a couple people I knew like yeah. I'm getting there. That's why I said I'm getting let the bag. I'm getting there. So we get in the door, homie looking at me because I think he thinking like I got two women, like this is my two women. I'm like, no. He's sitting there staring. I'm sitting there staring. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, what you looking at? What's up? He gonna try to do the thumbs up. Like, no, ain't no thumbs up. I know what you over here staring for. And I told her, I said, "Hey, you tell your friend," because we had split up. I said, "Hey, you tell your friend get back over here." I said, "Because some Negroes is out tonight." I said, "Tell your friend get over here, because guess what they gonna do? They coming over here." You know a weird thirsty Negro when you see one. They on the prowl, just looking, just a fiending. And I said, "Yeah, there's some thirsty wolves in here." I said, "Girl, get your friend, tell her come over. I'm trying to save her now. She under my protection." I said, "I'm trying to save her now. Get her, I said, tell her to come over. Because guess what I did when I saw the thirsty wolves on the prowl? Guess what I did, my woman? Cuffed. You, mine, with me. That's my territory. You, no, 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 no. You with me." And I said, because I'm doing that now because I said, one of them touch you, I'm gonna hurt him. So I'm like, "No, you with me over here." Sure enough, guess what happened? Some weird dude tried to come with her friend. Just weird. He was literally prowling. He was silly. He was literally prowling around. I said, "I know a Negro game." I said, "Girl, get your friend. I'm telling you, get your friend, come over here." And guess what happened? I told her, I said, "Look, this dude is on the prowl." Guess what happened? On the prowl, try to go to her and talk to her. Just no respect. They just put their hands on people. Don't got no respect, no nothing. Buddy went behind her and was, or he like put his hands on like her waist or like her arm or something. And he was like, "Hey, hey, I just want to dance with you." She was like, "No, I don't want to dance." She's like, "I got a boyfriend." He's like, "It's okay, we can still be friends." Yeah, they got try to force themselves. Oh, bro, you see what I'm saying? Women can't even say no no more. They go like, "Oh, no, we can still be friends. We can still talk." Like they gonna tell y'all what y'all gonna do, and that's when we stepped in. Move, boy, for we have to jump you in here. Move. And I said, "See," and I told her, I said, "See, baby, this is why I told you and your friend come over here. That's why I told y'all that, because that right there." They be like, "Well, I just love how you're protective." Yes, because you got dudes like that. I literally had a woman that had to like, she had to silent sign me with her mouth, bro. She literally was like, "Yo, don't know this girl. Never seen this girl before in my life." That's why I thought I knew her. I never knew her. So I was a white girl. Bro, this girl was literally looking up. She was saying, "Help me," but she was like making it like the silent talking. I'm thinking she's joking around. I'm like, bro, she's playing. Cause I'm looking, I'm like, why she talking to me? I'm like, why is she doing that? And then she looked, she was some dude had his arm around, her, like just wouldn't let her go. And so she was just like she was like, "Help." You know what I'm saying? Now I'm definitely not, no, like I said, I'm not Captain Sable. I don't do that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I can definitely tell like this is a situation with something going on. Cause at first I was trying to get closer to see like, is she talking or is it loud? I can't hear the can't hear what she was saying. But I was like, no, she's saying like help. You know what I'm saying? Some little weird, ugly dude just went behind her and put his arm around her and wouldn't let her go. Luckily for her, Mr. Big Negro, like me, and then an even bigger Negro, which is my homeboy, 6'2" something, happened to be right there. So what I did was I act like I knew her. You know what I'm saying? And I told the homie, we all did like this little triangular hug, like, "Hey, what's up, man? I ain't seen you. Hey, what's up, girl? What you doing, man?" So guess what I did? I took her and got her in my grip. I took her and got in my grip. I said, "Yeah, girl." I said, "Hey, girl, let's go over and get something to drink real quick." You feel me? I said, "Let's go. We had to step outside. Let's go step outside." And guess what I did? I took her from him. And Buddy was just sitting there staring. I was like, "What? What's up? What's up?" I said, "What? You don't like that? Come and do something about it." And I was like, "Yeah." I looked back. I said, "Yeah." I was like, "That's what I thought." And I went and talked to the old girl. I was like, "What's going on?" She said, I was like, "Do you know him?" She said, "No, I don't know him." She's like, "He just came and just put his arms around me." And I told her, I said, "Girl, why you letting people put their hands on you?" I said, she's like, "Well, I don't want to make a scene. And, what if he's violent and stuff?" I said, "And that's why you got me and dude and all them other dudes over here and security and everybody in here gonna stop him if he do it." She's like, "Well, I just don't want to make a commotion." I said, "You need to make a commotion. Somebody put their hands on you, they ain't supposed to. That's wrong. You don't nobody touch you, man. That's wrong, man." That's crazy. Yeah, she had to like blink twice. I don't know. This is like they doing like Morse code. I was like, "See," and that's why I say that's crazy. But that's why you gotta, again, I don't get myself involved in stuff like, cause again, I don't know people like that. I don't know what they doing, but if I feel like I can be a good Samaritan and try to help, I try to. Cause you never know. There's a certain, women gotta have these certain calls, man, when they go places. You know what I'm saying? Cause again, they have to let you know, like, if you being held under duress or like somebody's doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have certain like certain code talk. I said, yeah, I agree, certain code talk. It's called Mr. Knife. You keep a sharp object on you, man. You jab him in his neck right there. I be trying to tell y'all, man, y'all can kill these dudes. That'd be one less pedophile, one less rapist we gotta deal with in the world. Nobody cares about him. I don't feel sorry for him. Y'all be the thing with women, man. Y'all be trying to look on the good side of it. There is no good side with some people. There is none. There ain't no salvation for some of these people, man. Some of these people just love they father the devil. They wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can stand by and rape people and think that there's nothing wrong with that, then you need to die. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about that. That's why I said I don't be playing none of that, boy. I'm protective of everything. Everything. Shoot. That's why I said, like, yeah. I said, well, you know what? As I said, my woman ain't never had to tell me to do my job. They ain't never had to tell me to do something. Cause I just know how to do it. They never had to tell me to love on them, take care of them, treat them fairly, use kind words, don't call them out their name. They never had to tell me, don't go talk to somebody else while you with me. They never had to tell me, go go protect me if you need to. Never had to say that. Like I said, when they got a hint. Like I said, the last girl, she was a cop. She had hers. That's why she was shocked that I was okay with it. I said, well, girl, I'm a black dude. Obviously, black people, we love ours. She didn't know how much I had. She saw what I had. And she was scared of me. And she was like, I would hate to be on your bad side. And I said, well, just don't be on my bad side. That's why when we had to break up, she literally thought I was gonna hurt her, brother. Girl literally thought I was gonna hurt her. She was like, are you gonna hurt me? I'm like, why? I'm not gonna physically hurt you, man, because we break up. Like, no. I was like, just because I got a lot of weapons don't mean I just use them on people. Like, I don't use them on people that don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only people that come and try to do me harm, try to do us harm. You feel me? I don't play that, man. I make sure I protect mine. That's why every woman that's ever been around me will tell you they know. You feel me? That's why I say when you with me, you don't walk close to the street. No, you walk on the other side. You don't walk behind me or in front of me. You walk on my side with me. There was times, man, when we would go somewhere, I always had a safety mechanism. I'll be like, okay, if something happens, we meet at the back door. Stay close to an exit. I said, so that way we can all escape. One day we went somewhere, man. Somebody was outside shooting, dude. Somebody was out there, I think, firing AK-47 rounds, man. Just out there, just flying. It actually hit somebody and killed him. And we all had to run out to our cars and stuff. And I told him, I was with like, I think 5 or 6 girls. And I told him, I said, since I'm the man in the situation, I just got shot like a couple of months prior, or I think a year or so prior. So I told him, I said, you know what? Since y'all with me, I said, I don't know what's going on with the situation. It's like Roach City out here, everybody running around scattered. So I told him, I said, keep your heads down, stay behind me. Where y'all park at, let me know so we can run. I said, we're gonna run out here, keep your heads down. So what we did was we did a chain reaction. They ran behind me, kept their heads down, stay behind me. What I look like letting a whole bunch of women run out here protecting me. Let them run first. Or there's gunfire going on. I'm sitting right here just ducking behind them. Like, nah, man, that ain't the right thing to do. You know, some of these dudes that use y'all as human shields. Hold on, y'all. A man that's not protective over his woman, he don't love her. I'm gonna say that again, women. If your man is not protective over you, he don't love you. He probably messing with somebody else, honestly. Because I don't know no straight real man that wouldn't protect his wife or girlfriend or whoever. It don't matter, whoever. Again, you ain't got to tell me that. I know this stuff. Again, I don't know why people don't know these things, but they just don't. So that's why I said, ladies, beware. Your number one enemy now, it's gonna be the dudes. Mm, 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 mm. Like, why don't you protect women? Because you don't like them? Like, what's wrong with that? Denise, you need to get around some real men. Whoever these dudes you be around, like, again, y'all wouldn't have that problem being around me. Y'all see how I talk to people on the daily. I don't care. Like, I hurt your feelings or whatever. You want to come do something about it, do something about it. I will hurt you. I will not play that. Yeah. That's why I said, don't let them treat you like that, man. I really do think women need to take a minute, man, to love themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do say, I'm like, look, I know you've been through a lot of stuff, but I said, but if you really want to be with somebody, you got to take time to love yourself, man. You got to take time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Really take your time and heal before you get with somebody, man, if you're not sure of. That's why I'm so serious about that. You know what I'm saying? I sure am better than that. I'm better enough to hurt somebody if they come try to hurt me. Yes, I am. Say we don't be playing that stuff, man. We ain't no softies over here. And if I catch people in the act of doing something like that, I'm gonna hurt you. So I'm just I don't play that stuff. Stop doing that. Mm. You gotta find people, man, that's gonna protect you, man. Not people that's gonna be passive aggressive with you, being in people's comments, doing that type of stuff. That's why I said, I know it's every time something go on, boy. It's always a weird nigga on somebody comment. Well, D, well, how do we know the guy did it? D? Well, I think the guy was he already served his time, and we still can't hurt nobody, even if they rape people. I'm just like, and this is why they continue to rape, and this is why they continue to kill, and continue to do the stuff that they do because nobody's gonna do nothing about it. And now with the mental illness thing, and everybody just get a slap on the wrist for being mentally ill, and now they're gonna rape you and say, "Well, I was crazy," and now they're gonna send them to the halfway house, and they barely even get time. I saw a dude that killed his best friend just to see what it was like to kill somebody. Dude was literally there. He literally was just like, I just wanted to kill him just to see what it was like. He's like, no, I just wanted to shoot him just to see what it was like. The man got to halfway house and got out. He's free man today. Our blood and Crip and GD members get locked up for life, man. And a Negro killed somebody for fun and admitted he wanted to see what it's like murder somebody. He's out. That slap on the wrist, man. That's all I'm talking about right there. See, imagine somebody do that to you, God forbid, and they sit right there and get off. It's crazy. That's why I told all y'all weird niggas, man, stay out my DMs, man, with all this. Well, see, you just gotta understand. Ain't no understand nothing, nigga. Shut up. Be trying to write me, man, be in my comments, man, with this old sensitive, passive, aggressive type of stuff. And that's why people do stuff like this, because you niggas ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's why I told y'all, man, y'all be worried them type of dudes. Y'all be worried them type of people. They're not gonna help you. You get in them type of situations. Every time something go on, man, that's always a weird nigga with he. We just gotta love and pray and just let people be and just understand. And I'm like, man, shut up, shut up. You know who needs to get stoned next to the rapists and stuff? You type of niggas, y'all do. It sure is. So everybody just doing all type of stuff, man. It's always passive aggressive. Nobody listen to them. That's why I said I be wanting to beat up passive aggressive people more than anybody else. That's a couple of passive aggressive people. I'm definitely gonna fade when I see them. That's why I said that's what happened when you passive aggressive. You run your mouth and don't even know who you're talking to. And that's why people get beat up all the time and don't even realize they talking to a Brazilian jiu-jitsu martial artist. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being passive aggressive. Passive aggressive ain't never worked for nobody in the history of nobody. That is not work. That's why I tell you, I had all type of weird Negroes in my oh, type of weird Negroes in my comments, man. Some other little idiot was over here a couple of weeks ago. That same dude that was talking about he's a 30-year veteran on the job of seeing young black men incarcerated that don't deal with their anger. And he's over here talking to me. I'm like, I'm a free black man that's 31 years old. I was 1 years old when Buddy started his 30-year ministry. Buddy ain't even got a real ministry. He said he was in that field for 30 years, ain't got no ministry, ain't reaching nobody. Watching a 31-year-old man do what I'm doing over here and trying to scold me. How stupid do you gotta be? That's why I said, yeah, something be wrong with y'all dudes, man. So y'all dudes be stupid. Y'all dudes really be stupid, man. I'm starting to think God gave black women the brain cells because some of you Negroes, man, y'all be slow. All up in your feelings, man. Being passive aggressive in somebody comment section. Like y'all niggas are weak, man. Oh, sure. Yep. And that stuff be happening. It do be happening. That's why I said it'd be sad, man. You know what I'm saying? What is this? What's the rubber band? What is it? Mm. That's why I told you, you gotta watch your kids, man. Watch yourself, man. That's why we trying to tell people, don't let your kids everywhere, man. Like, don't you go everywhere either. Stuff was crazy, man. Stuff happened, man. God forbid. Don't nobody help you. That's why we trying to tell you the reason we got a lot of these problems today, man, is because we got a lot of passive aggressive people. That's why. A lot of weirdos that run that mouth. And while they in my comment section talking, I'm on some stupid stuff and asking stupid questions and coming with little smart remarks and little you're better than all types of stuff. Like people out here getting raped. And the people you should be talking to, you talking to me. Why is it every time that people are justified for feeling the way that we feel, we always got some dumb nigga in here. But see, you just got a lot of taste in you, and you can't just say stuff to people and understand. Man, it's always something shucking and jiving Uncle Tom nigga. Like, why y'all always talk at the wrong times? Y'all just talk at the wrong times. This is why the kids don't feel safe, man. This is why the women don't feel safe because we got a bunch of you Uncle Tom niggas. I never thought people could sit by and watch somebody get assaulted, man, and don't do nothing. Just sit there. And then when people are trying to vent their pain and their frustration, they are so quick to bring up scripture. Well, you gotta forgive. You gotta let stuff go. Like, bro, some stuff is not that easy. Some things are not that easy. You gotta understand, like, okay, people can forgive, but they still hurting, dude. They still need justice. Dummy. That's why I told y'all, don't y'all listen to these little dumb spiritual weirdos, boy. They're gonna get y'all in trouble. People telling you if you got raped, that's God's will. That's what they telling. Like, where in the world did God's will say that was you getting raped? That never, he's never said that. And I said, well, maybe it's in God's will that I put my fist in your face. Maybe it's in God's will I beat you the crap up since you keep talking. Every time something happened to them, they don't ever say that's in God's will. When I uppercut you real bad and knock you out, maybe that was God's will for me to knock you out because you talk too much. So you gonna tell somebody it's God's will for them to get assaulted? Well, maybe it's your God's will for you to get assaulted by me. Maybe I just go ahead and beat you up real bad. Them same people that maybe notice y'all, them same people that want to throw that around when somebody beat them up, they don't want to say that's God's will. Notice that. Somebody robbed them, it ain't God's will. Maybe it's God's will that woman got a better credit score than you and doing better in life than you. You don't like that, do you? Bet you don't. So that's why I tell y'all little weird niggas, stay out my comments, man, with your little passive aggressive words. Man, shut up. It's always a sensitive freak already. Nigga, go wipe your butt. Stop worrying about what I'm doing. Carry it together. They are. Look at these, man. They are. They raising little monsters. That's why they be over here passive aggressive with me. I'm just like, Steve is not a passive aggressive person. I'm just the person that beat you up. Like, I don't play that stuff. We don't talk, man. We do. So when I see a grown man acting like a 19-year-old girl, it's like, nigga, what's wrong with you? I ain't never seen so much gay tendencies in my life. Like y'all niggas be borderline gay. It's always a down low suspect nigga. That's why I told y'all women, y'all better be worried. There's a lot of down low suspect dudes in our community. It's only a matter of time. That's why I be trying to tell you. It's only a matter of time for that stuff is revealed. That's why y'all be wondering why these men be acting funny because they on the low. And do you know when you say down low brothers, do you know the first type men that pop in your head, black men? Why is black men the number one people that we always suggest? Why are we becoming the face of this? We are becoming the face of everything negative. That's why some of y'all black women couldn't find a good black man, because half these niggas be down low. That's why. Y'all never thought it was funny how they talk about men all day? Y'all never thought it was funny how they worry about everybody else's life? Y'all don't think that's weird? A Negro spending all that money on jeans and shoes, and y'all never thought that was weird? Like, bruh, there's a reason why they doing a lot of stuff, because niggas is down low. That's why. That's why I said, why y'all think the men now is soft and passive aggressive? Because they on the down low. Never seen more sensitive men in my life. It's like, bro, why are you so like fanny banded for? What's wrong with you? You're absolutely right. That's why the women can't be protected because they too busy protecting the men now. They don't know how to switch roles. Remember, I told y'all this is why a lot of women are damaged, man. They can't be with somebody. Because again, I do think they need to take time to themselves, you know what I'm saying? But it's a process, man, that takes a minute. And that's why I said sometimes you do have to kind of be a little what? Not you, Siri. Like sometimes you do have to be a little understanding and understanding where people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? You know what the problem with these niggas is they talk nowadays, but they don't listen. They ain't listening to nothing. So a lot of people trying to tell you what the issue is. They too busy talking. And then I start to see they're like, yeah, the Negroes are the ones over talking you now. It's not the women no more, it's the dudes. They just keep talking. So busy trying to run their mouth, they don't even know what's going on. Mm, right. A lot of women seem masculine, man, because they have to grow up fast, man. They got to take care of themselves because the dude ain't gonna do it. Nobody gonna do it for them, so they gotta do it. The Negroes got the nerve to be in the comments mad at black women and mad at somebody all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? What have you ever gave? You too stupid to do anything. Some of these black men, I'm like, how did y'all black women ever give them a chance? Like, how did y'all ever even find him attractive? Like, my gosh, man, yeah, so weak. So stupid. That's what passive aggressive gets you. That's why I say, ladies, don't go after no passive aggressive, man. I ain't never seen so many soft men now with just love and pray and just let people do whatever they want to. You just let them do it. Soft, man. Soft. I said every time something go on, I got one of these old stupid Negroes in my comment. Well, just don't say nothing about nothing and just leave everything alone and just like man, shut up. Focus on what you got. Like I'm not already focused, nigga. I'm focused. It's just I got niggas like you keep coming over messing with me. They say that like we off track. We ain't off track. We just gotta deal with people like y'all because y'all come over here because y'all stupid. We been doing what we doing before y'all even came over here. I've been doing this for years. That ain't like I ain't been focused. And why you worried on me being focused for? Whatever I'm doing ain't for you. You ain't gonna be a part of it. So why you telling me to? They be getting a little too hype. Like focus for them. Like I'll focus for something for you. I'm building this legacy man for me. So I ain't gotta deal with people like you. Hmm. And this young generation is changing a lot of stuff, man. That's why a lot of people are changing stuff. That's why I said the young generation will be fine if you deal with the old niggas. The old niggas is the problem. That's what I realized, bro. It's the older Negroes, they be the problem. They the reason why the young generation is the way it is. The young generation didn't just evolutionize itself, like they just evolved from amoebas. Like, no, they was raised by somebody. These ain't government test experiments, man. These are actual people's kids. Your son a YN, man, cause he around all YNs all day, man. That's all you did was raise him around that type of behavior. Nigga, why you think gonna turn out like? Yeah, jump off the porch early because you too busy trying to smoke dope. Be having no dope and crackheads, man, trying to come and preach the word of God and won't tell somebody something now. I'm like, but dude, you couldn't even raise your son. You fed and raising your freaking kids. That's why all the young man, the young kids, man, is doing something different. That's why I say I'm trying to reach them. I don't want to reach no old niggas, no old passive aggressive. I'm trying to reach them before they turn out dumb like these dudes with their life. Before they become a pathetic man and some woman's worst nightmare, dude. These little dudes like y'all living nightmare now. What a soft, dumb man. That's why I said, boy, ain't nothing worse than the dumb man. It's just something about a stupid man. It's just like I can't stand those. Like, why are you so stupid? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you so weird for? You feel me? Hmm. hmm It's just sad, man. It's honestly just sad. That's why I said, have y'all noticed, man? No matter what goes on, you always got some niggas. It's just, ugh. Every time something go on, you always got some weirdo. Yeah, we just get this. We just get soft men in my comments, man. With this brother understand the Lord. So I'm like, bro, I expect a woman to say that. Whole time in the Bible, man, God was using warriors, man, using killers. God can't use a weak man. Because whenever something happened to the women and children, the weak man would have just stood there. Well, guys, you just gotta guys use your inside voice. The reason why God used bloodthirsty men, man, because they can get the job done. Why he use murderers, man? Because murderers know how to get the job done. Oh, sensitive, dumb YouTube weirdo want to be a man of God. Like, boy, you ain't got enough cojones to be a man of God. You ain't got enough violent in you to be a man of God. Ain't nobody gonna follow a weak man. That's why women don't follow a lot of men's ministry because dudes be stupid. The woman knows femininity because they are feminine. So when they see a man acting like it, they like, I can't follow him. That's why most of they audience be a bunch of wannabe alpha males, be a bunch of old weird suspect download niggas. That's why niggas be thinking they balling because they got a almost all male audience. I'm like, dude, you know women are the majority of everybody. Usually your audience gonna be mainly women. And you got an all male audience because don't no woman want to watch you because you ugly and you stupid. Nobody won't watch you. I always happen to have a large female following because there's always more women than men. But I said, but when you're very charismatic and you look good and you make sense and you come off as a very secure man, women are going to watch and respect you. They don't watch weak, dumb niggas on the internet like you. A bunch of beta males, those soft weirdo. What he gonna cry or something? That's why I say, have y'all noticed always a man want to compare sizes? They always do. They want to compare a size on everything. Not just down there, but they want to compare size on everything. That's why they gotta have the biggest truck, biggest gun, biggest ego, biggest platform, always. Men always want to correct everybody, man, correct everything they see. You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing like some of these girls, okay, some of these girls do be stupid. But I said, but they go out of their way to go mess with the stupid girls. Like they not messing with you. That's what I know. It's like some of these dudes be wanting to talk about some of these. Well, like, they're not even messing with you though. You literally came to them. They ain't a threat to nobody, man. They doing what they do. They doing it over there. Dudes to get on the internet, man, won't talk about women that are whores. And all like, well, you know, some of them are whores, but why they ain't messing with you? Why you over there talking about them? Because she said no. She'll get with everybody else. She ain't get with him. That's why he won't be on there calling people out. I said, well, buddy, you still bought all her OnlyFans. Don't try to act like you a man now. And speaking of that, as bad as OnlyFans is, I said, you know what? I don't even blame these girls no more. I don't blame them because guess who the majority of their content buyers be? Men. I saw one girl get on the podcast. She said, you know, a lot of y'all men be in my DMs talking crazy about me doing OnlyFans. She said, but guess who's the ones that buy them? Y'all. I'm like, you can't even argue with that. I'm like, bruh, the men is the one buying content. Stupid. You know you dumb when you buy content. I don't want to be that guy, but literally, the internet has everything you're looking for free. And you go and buy stupid, 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 stupid. Don't get it twisted. The main ones buying their content is the main ones calling whores, though. Y'all know that, right? Oh, she's only able to afford that house because she got to be a whore to get it. Yeah, with money that you spent and bought it with. I never thought it would scoop so low to where a woman names her price and dudes are paying. They talk about a subscription. You nigga, you gotta pay a subscription. Oh my god, man. And I said, you know what? I'm starting to think women's not the problem no more. I'm starting to think, you know, women again, they just capitalize off the game. Again, they not dumb. They know that dudes are stupid. So what they gonna do? Bro, do you know I almost thought about doing that? I said, bro, I was gonna go to the internet, take a bunch of everybody else's pictures, and act like I was a fake account so I can get money because the dudes are stupid. This is how dudes be getting set up by girls with a fake account because dudes will go they will do anything with a girl. And that's how they be setting some of these dudes up to get killed, man. Because again, they don't think. And that's why I said a lot of times when these women are talking, I'm just like, well, you know, she ain't lying, bro. She actually telling the truth. She's not the right spokesperson for it, but I said, but she ain't lying. She's telling the truth. So when old girl said the majority of my audience is men, I was like, well, she ain't lying about that because the majority of the audience is dudes. Ain't no girl paying for that. Girls don't pay for OnlyFans. Dudes do that. I don't understand. I'm like, bro, literally, you can get anything you want for free, and Negroes is on there paying. I don't understand it. There gonna be some fine girls. I'm like, man, this girl look like she marinated in the tub for like 3 days, and you literally want that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, y'all, just, oh my gosh. I don't know. And that's why I said, don't get it twisted. They be the ones calling women whores and stuff. And I said, you know, I think women need to just have a universal, I don't want to say universal whore day, but just like a universal like shut a nigga up day. I said, you take your little lamest, oversized dude who's in everybody comments, and I said, you show him what a little bit of love is, a little bit of affectionate touching is. I guarantee you he'll shut up. I guarantee you he won't call women whores. No. Oh man. I had to tell one of the homies because again, he did the same thing. Dude was mad because the girls didn't want to dance with him. So he was always down in the place that we would go to because again, they didn't want tango and salsa with him until one day one of them did. So he was always negative reviews when he couldn't get one until he did that one day. And then guess what he did? He was happy. And I said, so what about it, bro? Is it all bad? He said, no, it ain't all bad. I said, yeah, you see how it's not all bad no more when you can get something. See? When they want to dance with you and do something with you, see, it's not all bad no more. See? That's why I told you, I said, see, maybe you should stop saying that till you know. I seen girls, man, they be on Instagram. And that's why we trying. Oh, what? Spider webs. Ugh. That's why we trying to tell dudes. I'm like, what? Stuff is everywhere. What's going on? Ugh. Ponytail done came up. That's why we trying to tell dudes, I'm like, "Bruh, stay out people comments, man." 'Cause the dudes be in the comments, man, they be in the girls be on Instagram exposing dudes, man, cause they all up in their comments, like, just a bunch of, hate mail and all type of stuff, and they be stupid, it's like, "Bro, they why are you messing with them?" And I be looking at the dudes, I'm like, "Bro, why are you messing with her? What she do to you?" And they be like, "Oh, you're so ugly, and you're fat, and you're a whore, and you're a B, and nobody'll love you, and I hope you get raped by a bunch of niggers and stuff." I'm like, "Why would you say that?" And the girl just be sitting there, she was like, "What'd I do to you?" Like, "Bro, I didn't even did nothing to you." And then they go expose what the dudes be looking like, they expose where they work at, they expose who they with, and these are dudes that nobody would touch, and I said that's exactly why he's saying the stuff that he's saying, because that's their fantasy, can't nobody sleep with him, ain't nobody gonna, bounce on it, so he hope you get raped. And one dude that was a former incel said that, he said, "Yeah, I used to be an incel," and he said, "Women used to make me mad when they would say they didn't wanna be with me or whatever," and he said, "So, what I did was," he said, "I would hope that they would get raped." Like, why would you say stuff like that? That's why I told y'all women, boy, y'all better be careful. If you don't like firearms now, you better like them now. You better get one. You better get one, because if you know what they trying to do in this country, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell you what they trying to do. They are trying to have a rape fest, dude. They don't care about no abortion no more because it's godly. They do that stuff because again, they don't want you to abort the baby they gonna give you when they rape you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You be thinking that stuff is a good thing. It's like they don't do it for a righteous reason. They do it because again, they want to rape you and they want you to have their babies. That's what they want. Soul slave master type stuff. That's what they do. Much as some of these women, they don't like guns. Like, boy, y'all better have every gun in the book, man. Y'all the main ones getting attacked. Like, well, I don't want to hurt nobody. You say that to somebody trying to take it. You say that. That's why I say, see, you say stuff until you in that situation. See, you thinking with your logical mind now, like, I don't want to blow nobody brains out, but if somebody trying to rape you, you will. You don't, you'll do whatever you gotta do to make sure they don't do that. You won't be thinking at that time because you're going off of survival instincts. So now people be all up in their feelings. "Well, I couldn't hurt nobody. I could. I definitely could. I couldn't take a life. I could. If it's needed, if it's justified, I'm not walking around sliding the block. I'm just saying, like, if it's needed and it's justified, I could." I'll be hearing these talking points these dudes be having. That's why I say y'all be seeing these angry dudes. And that gets back to my point, what you were saying earlier, with a lot of these dudes be sensitive when they get rejected. They do, because I've seen it. They be having to pull the dudes apart from the girl. Dude, we trying to fight the girl. This one dude shot at this girl because she said nah. He asked her for a number. She said nah. He pulled out a gun and started shooting at her. Like, bro, how rejected you gotta be? I know the game ain't that bad. You gotta pull out a blicky and start shooting. That is sad. And y'all women talking about y'all don't want no guns now. They got them for y'all. I don't know why you ain't got them. They got them for y'all now. I told y'all, I try to tell you, y'all women are equal with the dudes now. They shooting at women like they shooting at dudes. They don't care. Negroes, again, women be trying to just hurry up and give you the number because again, they scared to say nah because they don't want you to hurt them. They trying to hurry up and give you a fake number. And Negroes are call the number like, hold on, girl, I'm gonna call and make sure. Like, bro, they gonna force themselves on you. You see what I'm saying? The whole point of it, be like, hey, like, I want, can I get your number? And then I'll call you when I get all like I'll try to be like, all right, let me just lock my number in your phone. You feel me? Or then you know what I'm saying? They be like, no, hold on, let me make sure it's the right number before you run off. Like, girl, you ain't gonna trick me. I'm gonna get this number. Like thirsty, desperate, crazy, man. Trying to do that to me. I think I was telling yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, God will foretell you. Like, yeah, if you trying to check and make sure it's your number. I said, boy, this is 1-800 Stanley Steamer. I didn't give you my real number, man. I gave you 1-800 well, 400 Empire. I gave you that number, Negro. Like, what you talking about? I said, "Boy, you shoulda known that wasn't my number. I literally said, 2, 300 Empire. I was singing it to you when I gave it to you. Like, you know that wasn't my number." Y'all better be creative. That's why I say y'all can give him my number, they'll call me. I'm like, "Hola, hola, solo only inglés, solo español, papi." That's why I said, "Boy, I throw the socks off a Negro." "Hey, man, how you doing, papi? Long time no see, man. Me no speak English." They be insistent, man, trying to get the digits. I heard somebody tell me that story. Dude did it. He was like, "No, hold on, let me before you go, let me make sure it's right." So I'm gonna make sure it's the right number. And she gave him the right number, and so she said once she drove off, she blocked him. I'm like, "Nigga, you still get blocked in the end." I said, "Bro, it can't be that hard." And this is why I said, when it come to women, I don't walk up on women. I let them come to me because when women people was like, "Well, nah, women can't come to me." I said, "No, there's a reason why a lot of men let women come to us because when they do, it shows us a sign that they are safe. It's not because we players, it's because we showing them like they safe, which means they're safe enough to come up and talk to me, which means that they like me, which means that I'm in there. It means that it's okay to talk to them because we can't walk up and talk to women no more because of these weird niggas that made it hard. Most of these women be thinking most of the dudes be rapists, so of course they don't want you walking up on them. So again, we know they sensitivity level. We don't want to offend them. We don't want to come off as weird. We don't want to seem. We don't want to put nobody in a bad situation. So that's why we make sure that they comfortable. So when women come to me and say, "Hey, I'm such and such," I'm like, "Hey, my friend was asking about you." It shows me she's safe. She's comfortable enough to want to know me. Because if they don't say nothing, you might be thinking like, what if she don't? What if she's what I'm saying? I don't know what she been through. I ain't trying to put her in that type of stuff. You feel me? So that's why you do stuff like that just to make sure that everybody's safe. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy. So I talked to some dude, man. He was one of my couldn't get girls, and he grabbing him by the arm. I'm like, well, bro, that's why you can't get him because you aggressive. I said, do you understand a lot of women, man? They got like a lot of trauma, man. They been through stuff like that, man. What you doing is bringing back old memories, man. When you grabbing them and forcing them, I said that's wrong, bro. You can't do that. And even if they ain't, you don't manhandle somebody like that. Don't do that. Dude's been watching too many videos, man. Like that stuff do not work like that. That stuff does not work like that. I said one of these days they gonna turn around and shank you. Some of these women, listen, women getting tired, bro. That's one thing I realized. Some of these girls getting tired, bro. They gonna risk it all. They just gonna shank you. Turn around, hit you right there in your arteries. I told you, you better keep your hands to yourself and stop playing with people, boy. People will hurt you out here. That's why I be laughing all the time when somebody tries. They be trying one of these girls because they be thinking girls be sweet, and some girl pulled out a gun and shot him and killed him. And I said, "See, that's why I told you leave him alone, stupid." That happened here in San Antonio. Some dude tried to break in a single mama's house trying to do something to her kid, and she again, this Texas. You know you don't do that here. And she pulled out a gun and killed him. And guess what? Everybody did laughed at him. Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. That's what you get. You shouldn't even have been over there. See, stupid. That's this Puerto Rican girl, man, that showed up on my timeline, man. And so she looked like a real little short, soft, feminine Puerto Rican girl, you know what I'm saying? But she be carrying the blicky. She be showing girls how to use their gun, and she be buying like little matching guns to match her outfits. And she be showing ways she be having a little book bag with her, like a little purse. And she be like, somebody walk up on you. She's that quick, just that quick with her. She's trained and everything. I said, boy, that's the sexiest thing I ever seen. I said, follow. I said, follow. I said, yes. I said, "Look, I gotta thank Puerto Ricans." I said, "Girl, look, that's attractive." I said, "Daggone man, I need a woman that's gonna pull out her gun on me. Be like, hey, boy, I love you. Like, if you ain't never put out your gun in your party, y'all don't love each other." I said, "I need a woman like that." I said, "Bro, that was attractive." I see how fast she was going on her back. She said, "Whew," and then she be having it right there, and then she was showing people, and then she was just like, you just be walking casually, and then as soon as she pull it out, I said, "Man, that's hot." I said, "Boy, that's hot." I said, "Daggone, girl." But she told her story. She told her backstory. She was like, "This is one of the reasons I wanted to buy a gun." And she had a ring camera where And her boyfriend was in the house, and some crazy doped up dude on drugs was banging on their door, trying to kick the door down and all type of stuff. And I think she said at the time she didn't have one. So she said the next day after that, she went to the firing range and got one. She was like, "Cause I ain't taking no chances." So she said, "What if he would have broken our house?" And she was like, "What if he would have did something to me?" You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "That's why I start carrying." I said, "I think that's what all women should be doing." So it's crazy, man. Right now, it's about 3 grand in Vegas. Dang, that's crazy. I didn't know it was that much money. I know because I know Nevada is a stay in your ground state too, I believe. But yeah, get your. Don't even worry about having no license, man. Just get it. Just get it. It's better to be safe. What they say, it's better to be safe than sorry. Because I'm gonna tell you now, the law is never gonna be on your side. I'm trying to tell you that now. Ain't no need in being technical, and you gotta have technical paperwork, man. Please. Rape ain't technical. Assault and murder is not technical. I'm like, boy, they always make the laws hard for us, for the law-abiding good citizens, the good black folk that's trying to mind our business. They don't take into account the criminals and all the other people, the devil worshippers out here that doing what they doing. I don't care about no law. Because if y'all really cared about the law, y'all be enforcing all these niggas out here. Don't try to come over here now and put it on us. They talking about California, man. Stand your ground basically don't exist. So do you know what that tells people? All the criminals know out there that you ain't got one on you. So guess what they're gonna do? Rob you. And if you do happen to have one on you and you shoot back, you get in trouble. One dude just got locked up for that. He got in trouble because he's defending his family. Somebody tried to come and rob them and do something. He defended his family, and he the one that got locked up. I said, well, I'm pretty sure he was happy to. You do whatever you got to for your family. Because the LAPD seems to suck at solving cases and showing up on time doing anything. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Nobody's gonna rely on y'all. Half of y'all probably paid off on the table by the gang. So anybody listening to y'all. That's why I tell you, get out of California, man. California sucks. They talking about staying your ground law don't exist. I said, so you basically telling people they can come up and rob people. That's pretty much you telling people. That's crazy. Like, you gotta sit there and let them rob you. Because guess who got all the guns? The gangs. So guess what happened when they try to do something to you? You gotta sit there and let them. And if you kill them, they gonna question you all these questions about self-defense. Like, that's crazy. I said, boy, I sure wish I had the same strictness when it comes to these gang members out here. I sure wish y'all had the same strictness when it comes to them doing what they doing, turning up the communities for all these years. I wish y'all sure did the same thing. You know why they ain't got the same strictness? Because the LAPD is the ones doing it too. The cops are their own gang doing the same thing out there too to everybody else. So that's probably why they're not going to force the real laws because they out there doing it. That's crazy. That's why I said it don't matter. Some people still take them. They ain't going for nothing. That's why I said I don't be playing that. Boy, I was in California. I took mine too. I'm like, I don't think I had mine at the time. But I know certain places like you can't really have 'em. I think like Baltimore. I took mine to Baltimore. I don't care. So boy, I would go anywhere, man. I don't care what a Negro talking about. Because it's always the worst places where they say you can't have them. It's the ones where everybody got them. Think they was saying like Chicago, you can't really have one like that. Or it ain't as loosely that you. I'm like, but guess who's the one that got loose ones up are the Negroes. They said getting a gun is easy as getting candy. That's what they said is easy as getting a piece of candy. And you telling me that I, a law-abiding citizen, trying to go here home every day and pay my taxes, that I can't have one to protect myself? And I said, well, I'm just telling you now, if y'all rob Negroes, people, you rob people's IRS money, just know the IRS, hey, y'all, they took their money. Them little Negroes got y'all money. Y'all better go get them. Cause I ain't giving y'all nothing else. They took all the Negroes gave y'all all they had. You know what I'm saying? Guess what everybody gonna start saying when they got paid the IRS? Like, hey man, one of y'all little Negroes took my money. And guess what the IRS gonna start doing? Going after the Negroes. That's how we clean up the community, y'all. That's how we clean up the community. Like, nah, man, the GD's over and took my money. Nah, man, the West Side took my money. And guess what? Guess what? The feds are coming in. And they gonna clean up the whole block. Where the money? It's a win-win situation. It ain't win for us because we still got to pay them. But like I said, maybe they'll do something worth the money. You know what I'm saying? That stuff crazy. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Yeah. I say y'all women better get y'all firearms up, man. Y'all better stop being nice and want to be technical. When y'all realize y'all dealing with an enemy, man, and want to see you dead, And I'm not just talking about the enemy as in the devil. I'm talking about human beings too. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, some of these dudes is y'all worst nightmare. If only y'all knew what some of them was thinking in y'all in their minds, man. You gotta understand, people be having fantasies of rape all day. They be having fantasies of eating people and all type of stuff. I don't know why a woman wouldn't have one. They be the main ones trying to eat y'all. They be the main ones trying to do stuff. Women scared to go on dates, and that's why when I go on a date with a woman, I go to a very public place at a very public daytime. You feel me? So I said, Negroes be weird. Now I don't know how accurate this story is. Again, I don't know everything about it. Yeah, I know that dude that's in the tabloids named David, the singer, the one that speaking of Teslas, he had killed that little 15-year-old girl and put her in a Tesla allegedly. I don't know how true his stuff is. I don't really study that stuff. But dude's a weirdo. That's why I keep trying to say everybody was like this nigga weird. He was a weirdo. Nigga like 20, 21 years old talking to a what was she 14, 15 years old, whatever. They was talking about dude met her when she was like freaking 11 years old, man. And dude was knocking off a 12-year-old. Crazy. And so basically, dude done make songs about her and all type of stuff, man. Nigga weird. That's why I said everybody knew the nigga was weird. The nigga wearing Hello Kitty. Like, you know you weird when you wearing that. Nigga painting his nails black wearing Hello Kitty and stuff. I'm like, look at this. Boy made a song about her name was Celeste, man. Made a song about Celeste. That was weird. Girl end up murdered. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, girl end up murdered and everything. And so everybody was like, as bad as he is, they said, what's up with the parents though? Like, what's up with that? They was like, well, they reported him missing. I said, if y'all know they knew that she was hanging with this overage dude, I said the parents need to get whipped too. Crazy. I try to tell y'all, boy, it be some weird niggas. That's what I'm saying. She was young. All these women out here, you want to hang with a 12-year-old? Like, what's wrong with Negroes? I don't. Oh, man. That's why I said people just the parents probably getting paid off. That's probably what it is. You know, but they was like, well, at least she's dating somebody famous, not one of these other little hoodlums. Yeah, okay, till your daughter end up chopped up. That's why I said the nigga was weird, man. Everybody know he was weird. I try to tell y'all, people got a problem with me saying weird. Like, no, some niggas are weird, man. Like, we all kind of weird in our way, but we ain't like that weird. You feel me? That's why I said parents got a part to play in this stuff all the time. They be knowing they son is a freak. That's why I said that happened before, man. Like I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever. Some dude, some some dude's parents own a home daycare or like a little commercial daycare, and he was in there knocking the kids off and they're molesting the kids. Keep in mind, he's an older dude. He's like 30, 40 something, and they're touching the kids. And they got found out. And so a dude that was actually a UFC fighter had found that out. Guess what he did? Rode up, sprayed him, his mama, and his daddy. And nobody felt bad for them because they was like they knew they was housing a child predator because I think he did it before. They do that. So when they all got sprayed up, which I don't think none of them died, but I said when they got sprayed up, nobody felt bad. Nobody felt bad for them, as they shouldn't. Mm. That's why I tell y'all, boy, y'all be worried, man. You got some weird Negroes in our community. Mm. So you see in rejection to a whole new level, man. I never thought I would see dudes that was just rejected. Like being rejected is not fun. It's not cool. But wanting to hurt somebody, man, because we get rejected, like that's not. You should do that. Like you would think that's a child's thoughts, because again, kids are immature, so we think stupid stuff. I said, but that's why I said kids. This nigga grown, man, acting like he's an idiot. I know why you act like an idiot, because you is a freaking idiot. That's why. That's what happened when you weird though. That's why I be trying to tell you, man. Something be wrong with y'all weirdos. And as much as Negroes got an issue with me saying weirdo, I'm like, yeah, that's why I tell you check their computer and they drives too. You got a problem with somebody saying weirdo. Only a weirdo gets offended when they get called a weirdo. That's why I said put two and two together, y'all. Somebody that get offended by it, they got something to hide. Oh, they need help. Yeah, they need help. It's called a baseball bat to the skulls. What they get. So we ain't sympathetic over no weirdos. Why don't we playing that stuff? All these girls, man, niggas got underage girlfriends and all type of stuff. And it was weird, man. Mm. What be wrong with these dudes that be on this Reddit and this 4chan sites, man, be on there mad at women. You know you weird when you gotta start a chat room with women. That's crazy. Like this is stuff women do, man. They get on chat rooms talking gossiping about men. Men don't do this stuff, man. Like we get together with the boys and talk a little something. Every man's hangout is a barbershop or a man cave where we have the boys over. That's it. Like we don't do this stuff on apps. These niggas done lost their touch, man. They lost their masculinity. That's sad. Yeah, they can't get none of else. And then you look at them, I'm just like, bro, this dude's fat as a wet sack of rice. It's like, bro, you look like a bag of overpowered rice. I'm like, no wonder a woman don't want you. Look at you. Like, boy, I can't tell if you're 15 or 45. I don't know what you look like. Like, daggone, man. Ain't no woman gonna want to touch that. You know, you ever look at somebody and just be like, well, I know you stink. I ain't even around you. Like, you look like you stink. You think a woman is going to touch that? She wants to be with that? That's why they be on 4chan, man. And then you see him, you pull up his profile picture talking all crazy, but he got acne all over here. They always got this like lower lip acne and stuff. Like, look at you. We're not gonna touch you. I don't think a woman want a man that she can play connect the dots on his face, dude. Operation or something. Like she don't want no dude look like it. She want a real man. She see a handsome Nubian specimen like me, yeah, she want. That's why they mad at black dudes, and now black dudes are mad at other black dudes. They doing this stupid stuff too. It's sad, man. That's why I say you see them type people that blame everybody else. They blame every other race, every other culture. Now it's nowadays, as if they was alive back then in the '60s to know how women acted. Like they knew. They say, "Well, these women nowadays." I'm like, "Well, okay, time travelers, since you know everything, you know everything." And you realize how they talk and how they act. And I said they all got these talking points. I'm like, why are all y'all so daggone weird? That's the main thing y'all got in common because the weirdos want to do it. Stuff is crazy, y'all. That's why I said stuff is really crazy. The funny thing is that Negroes be thinking they eating though. They be thinking they ate. Ooh, how they talk. Be all up in their fields and stuff. That's why they be in the these little white boys be in the 4chan room talking about yeah Tyrone and Jaquez and whatever. Those all the stereotypical names they get. Never seen him so mad because a dude will get a white girl. I'm like, yeah, we know why, because the white girl didn't want you. Baby girl ain't want to be with a fat, flabby sausage. That's why you mad at women. And that's why you ask him how many women you had. None. Better yet, since you always talk about black folk, how many black girls have you had? None. Because black girls don't want to get with dudes that look like you. Believe me, if any woman gonna ride you out, the black women gonna ride you out fastest. They gonna hurt your feelings fast. You think white girls are brutal? No, no, you ain't talk to them. Listen, Latinos be spicy, but they not even as spicy as kind of black women. Black women just got a spiciness to them. Like, girl, they gonna hurt your feelings, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Mm, 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 mm. That's why you ask them, would you ever get with a black girl? Someone and be like, no. Well, yeah, you would. You just no. They wouldn't get with you. They wouldn't get with you. And from the looks of it, neither would the white girls. Hold up. Now, everybody has a preference. They have a type. That's fine. Everybody won't date within a race or won't date a certain race. That's fine. But even if you wouldn't date them, you cannot honestly tell me that you cannot look at somebody of every culture and be like, daggone, she's hot. Especially when it comes to black. You can't tell me that you would look at a Haitian, African, American black, and you see the best of the best and the finest of the finest. Like if you at the beach and they skin is glowing and glistening and they looking good in they two piece, you couldn't tell me that you wouldn't look at them and be like, bro, she's attractive. The reason why they be so trying to dog them and down them all the time is because they got a secret lust and fetish for them. They just could never get it. You understand? Like people, the stuff that they can get, they don't care about. It's the stuff they can't have. You know what I'm saying? So when they can't have one, what do? They obliterate it. They extremely hate it. Now black is ugly. I'm like, because you would never be black. That's why. Black women, I get. I'm like, because you ain't never had a ghetto woman talk to you. I said, you they like it. I'm gonna tell y'all now, man. White dudes like that stuff. They love being talked to like they being emasculated. That's why we trying to tell you they being taught them the kinky type stuff. They love being talked to like emasculated. So again, they biggest fetish probably being emasculated is probably by a black woman. Yeah, it probably is. They want to be emasculated by a black woman. It's just sad, man. So sad. As I said, man, y'all understand how the game works. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be worried of some of these men. They be weird. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, it took for them to come over here messing with me to understand it. I was like, oh yeah, you absolutely right. I mean, I expected them to mess with the women because opposites attract. Obviously, I didn't think same sex attract. That's what let me know we got the spirit of Diddy in our community because niggas won't leave us alone. That's why I'm starting to realize, yeah, black women right when it comes to like black men. Yep, some of them really be on the down low. So I would advise you date outside your race, date outside the country or something, because you can't trust a lot of brothers in our community because some of them be with the sweet and low. That's what it is. I said, yeah, I said, girl, on paper he likes women. In real life, he likes other stuff. And that's why I said I hate the fact that black is starting to become associated with that. Because when you say down low, you don't think about Puerto Ricans, you don't think about white dudes, you think about black dudes. Because ATL is known for having a bunch of down low niggas. And that's the first thing you think about. And some of it be true. And I'm just like, dang, man. So believe me when I tell y'all not losing your black man to white girls, you losing your black man to other down low men. If you can get the ditty out of your mouth, maybe you'll make a good man. That's somebody black man right there. But at that time, after you've been redeemed and stuff, I don't think a woman even want you. Once they realize what you've been doing before, they're like, yeah, I don't want that. It's very hard to want that. Anyways, y'all, I'm finna wrap this up. I ain't got nothing else to say. Um, like I said, don't be passive aggressive. Don't deal with weird men, women. Do something with your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't be an idiot because people can't stand idiots, man. They just dumb. So do something with your life, man.